and there's three of us to start. Who's going quickest out of these three?
Probably Deeds.
I'm
I'll take
going
Bacon on
Brady.
this one.
Yeah, I'm taking Brady. No one's taking my fellow Canadian.
Oh, I'm off.
No, he got into a little trouble last night.
I'm mad at him after last night because I'm buddies with Brandon.
Brandon's a good guy.
Well, looks like you're losing so far, Steve. Bill and I are looking pretty
Yep, I
smart right now.
lost.
Only by 2/10, Steve. That's quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, Brady put down a pretty good lap, I think.
13 wins. I think 12-5's the track record. We're gonna find out right now how good a lap it was. The thing about Eldora is Kyle can't. There's a lot of nights where Kyle can't make up as much as the difference. So we got Kyle, Randall, and Sheldon. Who's going quickest? Who's going quickest here?
Not Randall.
I'll go
We're
Kyle.
live, Steve.
I'll go Kyle.
Then I'll go Sheldon, just to screw you two. Rut-row. Rut-row.
All right, that bacon lap is looking pretty good.
Yep. Thing to notice that I haven't done just because I've been doing stuff here is do second laps get faster or slower? It looks like first laps are fastest. But here's the other guy. I think Rico's going to haul ass this weekend. They've been so good on big tracks. What do your numbers bear out there, Steve?
Specifically for Eldora, I mean, the last 2 years, his average finish is like a 5. It's really impressive.
And Kerry's got a ripper
5
too.
wins too.
Kerry's really good here. This is where he started his career, really in Ohio. So, but
I feel like his stuff rips too.
Yeah, he's doing well right now.
Yeah, that bacon lap's looking better and better. Curious what Kerry does here.
Yeah, first one was no good.
Ooh.
It's a little bit surprising.
Now you're all over this. You're all over this format, aren't you, Steve?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say I think Tanner Holmes will be a good indicator here. He hasn't raced the greatest, but his time trials on tracks like this have been great.
So where's the guy need to be after time trials here? Is it it's basically going to be quick time spins the wheel of misfortune, right?
Well,
what are the options on the wheel of misfortune? 6, 8.
I'm going to confirm that.
Let's see what old Tanner does here.
All right, so far everyone I said is going to do well is not doing well.
Yeah, we can just take your top 40 and we
take the rank, just reverse it, flip it, flip it.
Tanner Thorson is about to go quick time.
Yep.
Yeah, no one really gets better on lap 2 either, so pretty much lap 1 is what you got.
Yeah, a couple of them were a little better, but not much. Just
Randall did pretty well. Just over halfway through the field. Balog's just trying to get through this week without destroying a race car like he's done the last 2 years. Those 2 wrecks he's been in the last 2 years were insane.
Yeah, this race last year was a huge rain delay, and then the crashes.
Yeah. Turn 1 looks a lot less crazy.
Yeah, I don't see much of a bobble there.
When you're slow here, it's the most frustrating thing in the world. Not that I've been slow here.
You're always fast early.
What do we got here?
I don't know. Oh, okay. Here it is. It's 8, 9, or 10 on the Misfortune.
Yeah,
8,
this
9,
is
or 10.
it's a Bill W special. He's loving
I
this
love
giant
that.
invert.
I love it.
And then is it you have to get to a spot, or you just get points for everything? It's points, I believe.
It's points. So heat races are 200 down by 3, and then qualifying is 100 down by 2.
Marks might be able to lay a lap here.
I feel good about Marks this week, so that means he's not going to have a good
Yeah,
lap.
you just gave him the kiss of death there, and he ended up 10.
I was gonna say it last set the last group that was out there, but it looks like the track's going away quite a bit actually.
Yeah, it's going away pretty
already.
fast.
Yeah, you can see it.
This is one of those times when it's good to be in the second group. The second group, the tracks usually fall off, but not as badly.
Yeah. I'll be one of those old guys that says this is nothing like the old Dora I first went to.
Well, this is the stuff that screws up your big inverts, because quick guys end up on the front of the inverts.
Yeah.
There's your boy right there,
Brandon.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I didn't recognize him with his fancy qualifying wing on.
Yeah, and King Tyler. Torgerson's always been quick here in the Allen car.
I think that had a lot to do with the 1A.
Courtney's lap.
And that's no disrespect. That's just the 1A is very good at Eldora.
Courtney laid down a hell of a lap. 6th quick so far.
Yeah, that's really good for where he's going out.
Or 5th quick, sorry. Yeah, I think that's a hell of a lap.
How many cars do we have? I didn't even look.
They got about 50.
It should be 30
we're getting towards
in this
the end
one. 30 in this one, 29 in the second.
Oh shit, 60, I guess.
Tim's, Chris Andrews, and Crouch.
Yeah. Tim's is a wild card. He's about the biggest wild card there is. I bet his numbers are all over the place.
Trials.
I bet his numbers are all over the place when you try to do his.
Well, statistically, he gets better as the weekend goes on, but he might go back to Knoxville.
Okay, but he needs to be better.
12. I mean, depending on the format.
Well, you got to figure 10 are getting out from each one through the heats, so you're already kind of up against it.
Crouch was another guy I had in the category of, like, if he hit the pill draw correctly, could lay down a great lap. But
yeah,
was he in your top 40?
I think he was in 30. He's in towards the back end of it.
Who shocked you the most that they were in your top 40?
Well, originally it was Ryan Newton, but he's not here.
He was one where I was like, I'd have Thorson ahead of him. That was one of my guys.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't blame people for saying that. But right now, I mean, it could be Cameron Smith, but he's in the 1A, so.
There we go. I thought that would happen. Schuhart is quick, 3rd quick.
Yep, I'm real high on Schuhart this week. That was decent by Snyder.
Yeah. And then, I don't know if people know the story of the 45, but I love that guy. Well, Rooster's the car owner. Shannon Wheatley out of Washington. He's pretty cool dude.
24th.
They just don't race much because of his job. Here's a wild card. Cole Macedo could be good, could be bad. I suspect time trials will be tough for him here, though.
I'm interested to see what Buddy does.
I think Buddy's going to lay one down. And then who's our 3rd guy here?
Carter Sarf. That's the Chase Briscoe car.
Yeah. Buddy's staying on the top. Macedo's staying on the top. I did not see Buddy in the top 15. Am I wrong there?
That's been his kryptonite at these events.
He went to the bottom there, which I think was the move, but I think he's already in trouble.
18th,
Cole's not up there either.
22nd for Cole.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough deal. So now you're gonna have like Kofoid off the front of a
Brady
heat, probably.
Bacon.
Screws it all up, doesn't it?
See, we knew that was a good lap.
That line is just it's a hard line to run once the track's been raced on a lot. The car cut really nice though. The car cut really nice.
Statistically, Brady Bacon makes these events.
I really like the way he does his team. They they don't race too much. They race like the right amount to where you're always coming in prepared, and
he's not
always have,
wearing
like,
out
your
all the
best
stuff
stuff.
on one team.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
2 teams to work with.
And obviously they had a qualifying wing because the wing's off now. It's interesting that they don't have.
As I say, did you have any issues with how they split the format, like with in terms of the drivers in each group?
I didn't look at it enough, but I feel like how does it look compared to your top 40 list?
So it looks really good, actually. And actually, when I went through even a little bit deeper than that, just because there were a couple guys that I missed, like Danny Dietrich, like for some reason wasn't on the original list I was looking at. But I think it lined up pretty well. Like I said, that I think before we went live, I said there was a couple guys I would have preferred split, like Corey Day and Brad Sweet and Marks and Schuart. But other than that, like it lined up pretty well with how I had things ranked. So, and like I said, the last 2 years it's been 12 and 12 making the finale. So I think they have a pretty good system, whatever they're doing.
I feel like Carini and Wikipedia are all over that. You need numbers guys doing that job. Well, Bill, what are your thoughts so far? Any surprises? I feel like there was a ton.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Eldora is always unpredictable, and starting at that time of night with time trials, that track went away pretty quickly there, especially over in turn 2. And the early guys definitely had an advantage, but it was impressive to see Schuhart go out so late and get the time he did. But on the other hand, Kofoid's out to lunch there, going late, and it's not really surprising. It's just where they stack up, I guess.
Yeah. To me, I'm pretty surprised about Kofoid. I always think teams like that, they find like a motor that they love. And like I don't actually know this. I feel like if I was running a big team, I'd run it this way. Like I'd find a motor I love and just save it for these races. So I always feel like they're doing that. So when a guy like Buddy goes out and runs 18th, I'm like, oh shit. Maybe they really, really are struggling at time trials more than I realized at big tracks. Because I always.
Kerry was a little lower too than I thought he would be. He came out a little earlier, but ended up down in 16th. So that surprised me a little bit because he is always good there.
So you were talking about Kerry. You were talking about Kerry coming from Australia and actually going to Ohio, which is
his dad. He lived with the Morans out there, the late model group. His dad was a late model racer, and that's where Kerry started, was racing around Ohio before he came to Knoxville in his open trailer and that sort of deal. So yeah, so he's won the King's Royal. He's always good out there. And
so how did he end up migrating to Knoxville?
I think just the number of races around the Midwest, probably centrally located, and Knoxville pays better than any other weekly. So he's certainly not been a weekly driver all those years. Most of those years he's been on a national series, but I think the biggest reason is he married somebody from there. To be honest with you.
That's the most common reason.
Yeah,
I was
but
about to ask if his wife was from around there.
yeah, it's nice and centrally located too. So, and she might have the best job in the family too. She's got a good job. But
Which
not the most fun job probably.
how are we thinking Carson Macedo's gonna do tonight? Because he's a guy that could go a lot of ways.
He had some bad luck last night.
Where do you draw? He's going out early.
All these are early, yeah.
Yeah. So
How insane was last night? Holy crap. I did not see that coming.
Yeah. Attica is one of those tracks that's just unique. You know, it's kind of like Williams Grove, in that there's some tracks out there that are unique. Oshweekend, Stuart Friesen wins an outlaw show there. You know, and it happens sometimes, that sort of thing. But Bryce is he's no stranger to Victory Lane there or any of the tracks around Ohio or Butler, Michigan. He's won All-Star shows and Speed Week shows, so it didn't surprise me as much as it did a lot of people, I don't think. But
the way he wins.
The way he did it, the way he went back in the family car, you know, was kind of a good story.
Yeah, not even that. Like when those, like most guys, when you pull like the outlaw upset, it's like you drew the pole and you hung on for dear life. This was like
he Larson, drove and then
passed Macedo for the lead.
Yep.
Didn't back down from Larson at all. I feel like some people complained about how Larson raced him. I think you need to realize that, like, to a guy like Larson, if you do that right back to him, he thinks that's fair game. Like, there was a bunch of people saying, "Oh, do that back," and it's like, yeah, if he did, Larson wouldn't bat an eye.
And Kyle totally owned his mistake, and which you know, was great, and he talked later about how good Bryce had raced him and stuff. So, I mean, it was a good event. I was happy for Brad Doty because that place was pretty packed. So,
yeah, I don't think they generally have too much problem with attendance there. I think it generally goes pretty well.
If you talk to him, he'll tell you. You know, some years are better than others, but I thought they did really well last night. So.
Sweet at the top of the board.
Fremont race hasn't helped them out a little bit too. And
I'll tell you an annoying thing. Like, they're running two cars. It's annoying as shit when you dump a car like he did to start it off.
I was thinking that too.
Sets you back pretty good when you're trying to run multiple cars.
Oh yeah,
and he came down hard on that front end.
Yeah. Zierfoss in the 17 GP. First night he shut people up.
Tim Schafer put that car in the show last year here.
Oh, Timmy Schafer. Brown's usually good here. Like I say, I was looking at your top 40 and I just can't get over how many good cars there are. I mean, everyone always says, "Oh my God, this is the closest." But it's like you get into guys that are in like the 20s and 30s and you're like, he could easily run top 5. I'm not
it's like, how do you have Brian Brown, you know, the half-mile king outside of the top 25 right now? It's like, well, he's been kind of struggling a little bit this year. He's just a little bit off.
This B main could be pretty tough, huh, Bill?
Yeah, absolutely.
It could definitely be an A main anywhere else in the country.
You said it. I know you love that saying.
I don't hate the saying. It's just everyone says it all the time.
That's why I'm sure to text you every time that I see it happening.
Thank you. Excellent.
Yeah.
A lot of people upset with JJ that he didn't drop another God Bless America.
Well, now is JJ the favorite to win the 360 Nationals or what?
The big race is this week.
Yeah, there's 20 grand
yeah,
this
that's
week.
true.
So what Knoxville guys What Knoxville guys are running Eldora that are supposed to be coming back, Bill?
Well, Tim says he's coming back. We got somebody in the wall here. Let's see who it is. Oh, it's
I got to guess.
the Poltergeist.
Yep.
Yep. But Tim says they're coming back. I would think if they're running well, they should just stay out there. He's got over a night's lead. You know, if Austin McCarl had a perfect night at Knoxville, he still would be behind Tim's.
Yeah, but I think there may be something with the Ostermuller there. I think they really care about that race too. Is that accurate, Bill? Or
They
do.
Know? Yep, Ostermuller was a big part of Shane's deal, but I think they'll come back and they'll run the 362, and I think if Brian doesn't, it's because he has sponsor obligations out there, with Casey's and stuff. So other than that, I can't think of anybody else that's headed out there that would be a possibility. Can you off the top of your head?
No, I didn't know what Tim's would do with the points lead. I feel like Brian would definitely stay.
It is definitely their number one goal of the year is to win the Knoxville title.
I wondered
if
Austin
looked at the plaque in the museum and said, "We got to get our name up here." At the beginning of the year, they said, "This is our goal for the year." So,
I wondered if Austin would maybe travel this year and then come back. I thought you might see him here.
I'd like to see him there. He's run real well this year. I'd love to see him.
I feel like that team's taking a step, even if it isn't showing up with a bunch of wins.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's had a lot of dumb luck stuff. Broken axle and hot laps the other night at Houston's. Just dumb stuff. So he has to start at the tail of the heat and has to work his way up through that way.
I'm not sure if our chat's working. I've put chat messages out there and they haven't gone through. So let me try again here. Or I'm being dumb.
Did you hit the on button?
I hit the on button.
All right.
I'm just working on it right now.
I think we were talking about it off air, but the Cale Thomas news came across today, and I was kind of hoping he'd stick with that team, I guess, a little ways. And I know they've had their difficulties, but you know how consistent he is with these teams. You have to be consistent and be with them for a while as we look at the 17 GP go by. But
P2.
Yeah. But
yeah, and I think the 49X is a pretty good car.
I think so
definitely
too.
For the regional deal that they're running, like the schedule that they have, like that's a pretty good ride for the All-Stars.
There was a time 3 years ago that Brian Kemenaugh was crewing for Cale in that car, and they were going pretty good. And of course there's been different drivers since then, but
and then what, Schaefer before that was going real well in that car for a couple years.
Yeah, before that and after that.
Yeah. And probably next
You're earlier than you thought you'd be, Sam.
Yeah, I got my dinner eaten and got the kids all taken care of. Got out of there a little quicker than I thought I'd get out of there.
What was for dinner tonight?
Well, it was on the run, just a little Panda Express.
Oh,
nothing
okay.
too crazy.
Did you go with the orange chicken, or what'd you go with?
Oh no, I go with the teriyaki chicken, the grilled teriyaki chicken, some super greens.
This is the hard hitting stuff.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah. I'm the orange chicken guy, just so you know, Bill.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's what my wife
teriyaki
likes too.
guy.
I go with a little bigger bowl than Sam normally does.
The Rangoons, you gotta have those.
Yeah, my wife, she's a big fan of the Rangoons.
So Zierfoss second quicks, still rolling in the 17 GP.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was curious if Shuttlesworth was helping.
I don't know. Do you think Dutcher would do that, Sam?
I don't know. I didn't know if it was like, hey, you can bring your crew chief too if you want, or I didn't know what kind of deal they made.
I thought maybe most.
I would think anytime, like, if you have two guys that are pretty smart guys, I would think collaborating is never a bad thing.
You got to get our best guy TLP on that. Give us a pit report. See what's happening in that pit.
Normally we have someone there, but not this year. Normally I'm there for a couple nights. I don't think it's going to be Jack Corbett's week. I feel like Fremont was more up his alley than this place is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more of a short track guy.
How about that version of Attica we got last night?
Oh,
that was different.
That was California Attica.
I didn't expect it.
No.
Have they got a bunch of rain or something? Because I was like, man, I've never seen it with that many cars stay that good for that long.
We are only 5 hours away, and generally what happens at Attica comes to us. We have not had rain all week.
And from what I've seen at Attica this year, I feel like it's been slicker than normal.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've never seen, like even all the years that I raced there back in the day, I can't remember it ever being that heavy.
Yeah,
like at the lap times they qualified on, I haven't seen the lap times that low in years. Like I know the track record is in 98 or something, which will probably never ever be touched.
Banking in it, right? They had more banking in it when the track record happened. Yeah.
And if you told me the track was as fast as it was, I would have told you that's the last night you'd see an Ohio guy pull an upset.
For sure.
That's what I was gonna say. I said Cap
no, he did a good job.
Pissed.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job.
Are we sleeping on Schatz?
I thought he stayed. Yeah, I think Schatz will be. He'll be pretty good.
He's always good though. Come feature time, no matter where he's starting, he's going to be moving forward.
Yeah, and I think their car's better this year.
Absolutely better this year. Yeah.
Tanner Thorson on a mission because I pissed his fan base off today.
Yeah. He didn't have Tanner in the top 40.
That's a top 40 hot lap right there.
Yeah.
Look at him. Oh yeah.
Is this Reitzel's first time back here since getting injured?
Yeah, probably.
Did he run the 4 Crown?
Can't remember.
Didn't he win?
I was surprised to see Stutz here.
Royal.
He gets
I'm not surprised.
To back you up there, it doesn't look like Thorson was in the top 15 there, if I saw that right. Can one of you guys write in on the chat? I don't think our chat's working.
I think.
No, I've never even opened it. Hold on.
I've put up 2 messages and neither message is up.
I see your messages.
Okay, they're not showing up on mine. Weird.
Hold on, let me click.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. That one.
Yeah, it's because we don't have Dom, our social media king, to spread the word about the live.
No, but it's weird that I'm not saying anything. Like the things I've said aren't on there. On my screen. I'm just afraid I'm not seeing stuff, but
yeah, I don't see anything.
Yeah.
I see it on the side. It says Daryl sent 2 messages in the public chat.
Yeah. My public chat just has nothing, so I don't know. But
did you see that? I just wrote Daryl on there.
There we go. So maybe
that's in the studio chat.
Yeah.
I can see what Bill said.
In the public.
Oh, okay. That's
Yep.
yeah. I hold on. Okay, yeah.
I
can
saw
see
yours.
that,
I
Bill.
saw yours, Bill. Yeah, okay.
Okay, we're rolling. Just nobody's watching our stuff right now.
Damn it. After our best numbers,
Clearly.
our last one did the best numbers we've ever had. You'll have that. Yeah, so back to Lucius. I did not see that coming. Sam, you thought he might have broken a left front shock before the crash?
Yeah, I mean, clearly Larson had issues. Like you can't, like, bottom line, right rear to left front, and Maceto's rear end's pretty messed up. Right rear wheel was bent, so chances are there was something wrong with the left front. Obviously, the wing had damage, but he was bouncing a little bit before the accident, but then like after that, man, the left front was bobbing a lot. Like it looked like a shock was messed up on it, and I'm surprised he didn't have any more damage than that. But yeah, I mean, you could just tell there was something not the same on his car. And I mean, we don't have to explain how good Kyle Larson is. I mean, everybody knows, but for him to do what he did I couldn't believe it. Like it's like every time he does something in a race car, you're like, oh, I can't believe that. And it's just him, man. And obviously he made some mistakes, so we still know he's human.
Who's going quickest in this group? I think this is a hard
Like of these three cars?
Yeah,
Axum.
Dietrich didn't look good there.
Yep.
Really, neither guy looked particularly great there.
Dietrich.
Yeah, I think somebody's going to have to cut something off the bottom here to really make a lap, I think.
I don't think there's much left around anywhere, really.
Yeah, but I think a good race car on this track can cut the bottom and put a lap.
Well, we're about to find out.
These three are going to be the top three. So.
Yeah. Sam, I don't know if you saw
anybody beating him.
I don't know if you saw before, Sam, but it fell off pretty quick. I was saying usually the second set doesn't fall off as bad, but
yeah, but this place does stuff. Like I don't think it'll drop way below like a 14.2 or 14.3. Like we've seen it at the Royal do that.
Sweet's fine.
Yeah. Macedo doesn't look very good. I mean, his time shows good, but it doesn't look good to me.
Macri's trying to bottom.
What didn't you like about Macedo's car?
It just looks real snappy loose. And usually that means they have a little too much right rear for the condition.
We're going to find everything out right now.
They look pretty, they run a little more right rear, it seems like, than most guys a lot of times, just by the looks of their race car. So sometimes a situation like this could hurt them a little bit. The two cars pretty plugged in.
Yeah.
Per normal.
Yeah. He's about to quick time these hoes.
Yeah, like I think he could cut across and catch the bottom and just rip a lap right now.
That's what he's doing.
He only went fourth on that first lap, so yeah, I could see him. I don't know if I like that he ran him for.
I don't like that at all.
He went quick.
It was okay though. We're idiots. We'll shut up.
I think if he would have entered higher and cut across and come off the bottom like Sweet did the lap before, he probably would have ran even faster than what Sweet went, or even faster than what he went.
I agree. He really drifted off the bottom there.
I'm just glad people aren't criticizing me right now.
If they're not watching, they're not going to be
of the lines That's right. I get to I get to talk about guys making wrong decisions tonight. That's fun. I thought 17 GP looks pretty solid. Like it looks pretty stuck. I mean, I know the first lap wasn't that good, but the car doesn't look bad. Well, that didn't look very good.
Okay, we are getting chats. They're just not showing up on this.
Are we getting them?
Not on ours, but I specifically went to YouTube already, and there's chats, but it's just not showing up on my screen.
Oh, okay. I don't see anything either.
Oaks XCX says you guys don't do a good job promoting these. One tweet won't do it. I did 3, and I do work a day job, but he's hardcore. He's an OG. I can't get over causing the red and keeping his spot. That had to do with him not doing a full 360. Is that the understanding other people have? Larson last night with
Yeah,
Macedo?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, he didn't do a 360. He didn't stop. There's lots of things there, and I know whether you like Kyle Larson or you don't, it's easy to root against him because he wins all the time and he's very successful. But I think the right call was made there. I think they made the right call. It's a shitty part of racing. You know, he takes out Macedo and Macedo's night's done, but you know, that does happen sometimes. And honestly, like, I'll tell you what I liked the most about his interview after he crashed was how bad it bothered him for taking Macedo out. You know, most guys usually wouldn't give a shit and just go on, you know. But I think it really bothered him, and that's a good side to see out of some racers. You know, like we get into this day and age where we think guys just don't give a shit about each other, and it's good to see a high profile guy actually care about the mistake he made and hate ruining someone else's night.
Someone Drake Capel asked, "What's the crew situation with Paul having 2 cars this week?" They're probably pretty stretched, to be honest.
Yeah,
we've done 3 or 4 cars. We've done 3 or 4 cars, Sam and I have, but they also wouldn't do it unless they felt like they could do it pretty decently.
Yeah, and I think Paul's such a hands-on guy. I don't think he would give a lot of responsibility to a lot of other guys. You know, he usually has guys, but he doesn't have an abundance of them. So I would think
I feel like he's got his guys he trusts. Like, you know, Trevor Canales will be there.
Sure.
If I had to guess, I'd guess Willie Croft was there.
I would think he has good people. I would just say, like, he's still
Tyner's there.
Yeah, I would just think that he's still going to be pretty tight on both cars himself, doing a lot of the work. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know the other guy's name, but it looks like he has a hardcore crew guy that isn't Trevor Canales. I've never known the guy's name, but I'm sure that.
Yeah, I've never either, but he's always been a constant there.
Yeah, hardcore. So I'd be shocked if they have less than 5 guys between the 2 cars. PPM undefeated last week. Stutz feeling shown up by Lucius's upset.
How about that lap by John Jarrich? That's pretty surprising.
I'm trying to find.
Yeah, his second lap didn't look bad.
Where is he here?
Like his second lap looked pretty solid.
14th.
13th.
14th.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I feel like I'm behind you guys. I'm going to have to...
All right, here's Thorson. We're going to find out how bad I am.
With Steven Snyder Jr. up against him here.
What is
Oh
their
no, that's not
format gonna
Stevens,
be
not
tonight?
Lucius.
Bryce Lucius.
8, 9, or 10 invert, I believe, is what we came up with.
For the Heat?
Okay.
For the Heat.
Yep, they did this last year. Yep.
Okay. Oh, and then they
how-
do the points. That's right.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they do?
Yeah, finishing points. The Heat's worth more than the qualifying.
Thorson.
That's not a bad lap.
That's nice.
12th. That's about 24. Steve, care to comment?
Well, hey, if that sticks, then that's probably one of his better qualifying efforts.
It might be rigged, you know.
Might be
It
trying
is
to
a high
just hit
limit
that
night.
format.
Yeah.
I always feel like this is probably a scorer's nightmare, this happening right here during multiple car qualifying.
When one
I
car
don't
has
know.
an issue.
Well, Sam, that Danny Sam's wing, it's pretty flat. Like I haven't seen a wing that flat in a long time. So Thorson might even be able to get a better lap time here.
Yeah, it really makes.
Like he literally
He's
only
getting all
has to
this
go
time
like
scope out the track. It's rigged.
yeah, he's only got to go 200. It's better to beat like 5 guys. What it is? Does his transponder not pick up here?
I don't know. You've had this happen before, and you ran out of fuel, didn't you, Sam, at the Grove once?
Yeah. This could be a Las Vegas situation here.
Thorson's car looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
It did on the first lap when he went way faster than 40th.
He only has to go 20th though.
I mean, he's in how many cars have already went? He's already.
I feel like
he's already there.
I feel like you got to go.
7 laps.
I feel like bottom 1 and 2, top and 3 and 4 might be the.
Yeah,
trick
Danny
right
Sam's
there.
wing does look bizarre.
No, he's
looks-
got it way flat. Way
It
flat.
looks like
yeah.
his slider broke. And guys are really having to fight to hold the exit when they run the bottom of 4.
This 87 won't have to. Or the 15, I think they'll both be really good.
Wait, Thorson got up to 7th on that second lap. That took a while to update.
Yeah. You so like 14th overall.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you guys, Bill, Sam. If you put out a top 40 and Thorson wasn't in it, would you be embarrassed right now?
Well, that's
put out
why I
top
don't put out a
anything
top 40. Yeah, it's
I opened
probably
myself to
the best.
the abuse.
You're all number 1 in my book, Sam.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so does everybody else.
There's at least one comment for like every driver saying, "How could I not have them higher?"
Shots.
Oh,
doing
my
the bottom
wife was
1 and
pissed when we went to the High Bank Nationals. How do they have you rank that bad? I go, what does it matter? I said, it's not like their ranking. I said, it's not like their ranking is going to determine everything I do all night. She's my wife, so she wants me to be ranked number 1. And I said, hey, they're a realist. They saw how we ran there last time. All they can do is take their information based on that.
Quit defending Steve effectively.
She'll be happy.
Hey, in my first edition of 410 Power Rankings, like I had Sam in the top 30. So
yeah, we just honestly, like, I don't know how, like, we've tried to do our top 100 and stuff, and like I don't know how you can get it totally right once you get to that area, because like I don't even run 410s very super often, and like I don't, and like there's other guys in the same boat. Like I don't know how you rank a lot of the guys, because they don't ever race each other. Like the California guys never race PA guys, and PA vice versa, they don't race out there. So man, it's just so hard to rank all that. I struggle trying to do it.
I remember my first time trying to do it, I broke it down to like Do I think this guy's like, I'd rank the guy like, is he a good qualifier? Is he good in the slick? Is he good? Is he good when it's hammered down? Is he good on a small track? Is he good on a big track? And even still, you still end up with like, well, I don't know how I rank Andy Forsberg versus Craig Mintz when they come out close. Like, what do you do there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard to do. It is tough.
It's like, I mean, Chase Dietz is a perfect example right now because everyone's like, he's got 16 wins. You need to rank him higher. And it's like, well, what do you want me to do? Who do you want me to rank him better than? Like, is Chase Dietz better than, the top 5 in World of Outlaws points right now? Probably not. So,
Yeah,
if it was Tuscarora 50, you'd have him up there.
That probably would.
Yeah.
Where would you have Thorson there? Big track again.
Well, after tonight, so we got to take tonight into consideration. Probably
he's going to move to
38.
He's edging his way up.
Watch, Thorson will be the guy who gets.
So is our public chat still not working?
The one on YouTube is working, so I'm going to YouTube right now.
Well, why does this one not work, Daryl?
Why don't you have somebody
no
try
idea. Usually when the YouTube chat comes up, it normally goes right to this chat on here. I don't know why it's not. Like, usually they all just funnel into here.
Yeah, we need to get somebody that knows what they're doing on this deal.
Yeah.
I talked good about you today, Daryl.
Thanks, man.
At least on Wing Nation, I talked good about you.
It's a lot of questions about format, stuff like that.
Well, Steve can handle those.
Yeah, Steve's all over it.
And rankings, he's obviously pretty savvy in that department.
His logic on
pretty
Thorson.
Bad, these rankings.
His logic on Thorson. We said earlier, it's actually pretty good.
I honestly thought Thorson wouldn't be very good here. I'd like to see how he races. But there's a side of like Eldora where it's kind of dusty like Vegas and tough to get a hold of. Yeah. So maybe it's a better situation for him.
It's definitely his best out of Port Royal, Knoxville, and Eldora. Like, Eldora is definitely his best half mile.
I feel like their wheelhouse is dirty racetracks. I feel like that's
I don't disagree at all.
And like
I was surprised he looked as good as he did last night.
Yeah, and he did look good. Like he made a couple of late race passes that were pretty impressive.
Yeah, I thought with the coil car he would struggle with it being as heavy as it was, but his car looked really good.
They want to know where you would rank Thorson for the Nationals, Steve. I think he's not coming. Is that correct? We've been hearing that he's not coming.
He's got to come to the Nationals. Why would you not come to the Nationals?
He came last week to tune up.
Oh, I thought we had some friends that said he wasn't going.
Well, that Jackson said that everybody pissed him off because everybody was saying he wasn't going to make the Nationals, so he wasn't coming or something. I think that's what he said, but
I thought Jackson said that too, but then I verified that with Jackson, and Jackson was like, "No, I didn't." So I was pretty confused.
So are you saying his qualifying session tonight is a result of me pissing him off of these rankings?
No, we're saying it's actually the dirty racetrack is playing into his hands. That's the dirty racetrack. I believe is 100% up his alley.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that surface is a better surface for him.
Yeah. What are you seeing, Bill? What surprised you from the second set?
Cy Lynch third quick. That's a case with the wheel of infamy that's going to hurt him a lot probably. He's got those qualifying points, but when you're stuck back there in 7th, 8th, 9th, you got to make up some positions to gain enough points to get in. So. But that was a good lap for him for sure. I think the second one more than the first one, we saw more of what we expected with gravel, and and Swede and Macri in those cars. So
Do they not have the heats inverted already?
I think
Because
we
I'm
got
on my
one.
Still
race
have to
pass.
spin the wheel.
They got to spin the wheel. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Well, is the wheel
Yeah.
for the A?
I thought it was for the heat invert. Is it
Yeah, I
not?
think you're right.
You're our format
Bill.
guy. What is it, Steve?
Damn it,
They do
Steve.
have the heat
I
lineups.
am all right. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I also think Sai's another guy that goes well on dirty racetracks, like coming up from Lernerville.
Yeah.
Runs really good at Lucas Oil, which is another dirty racetrack. Off the top of my head, I want to say he was pretty respectable at Vegas and Arizona. Off the top of
Port
my head,
Royal,
too.
he's pretty fast too. I mean, all in all, he's a good qualifier, no doubt. There's no doubt about that.
So the heats are lined straight up, according to this.
Oh, my Ray Pass. I think that's got to be wrong.
We have people in the
Yeah,
chat
it's not
saying
right.
it.
It's
We
not
have
right.
people in the chat. We have people in the chat saying it's the wheel of misfortune is for the heats.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we were right originally.
And what
I
could
knew
they
I knew
draw?
what I was talking about.
Well, there's
I
only
believe
8
he said
heats, though.
Is
Yeah,
it like 4, 6, or
Trying
8?
to Find the.
Or 8 heats. They have 8 heats.
They went 8 heats. I thought they would go
Yeah,
6.
8
Yeah,
heats.
four for each.
That might not be right either.
Yep, 8 heats.
4, 6, or
And
8
that
are the
even puts-
options, and 4, 6, and 8 are the options according to the chat. 6, 7, 8 for the heats in the A. Skeet Underwood is saying on our chat.
Okay, yeah, I see. 6, 7, 8.
Daryl, how does it make you feel that these people watching know more about the stuff that we're supposed to be knowing about?
Well, to be honest, I went to look up on Twitter today at about 5 o'clock. I went to look up, okay, what's format, what time's everything's starting. And I don't mind it at all. They have so many photos of like every guy there and an explanation of them that it's hard to actually find the information on Twitter just because of how many cars are racing and they're actually promoting that the guys are there. So when I was
So
trying to
you're
do it,
saying Walkipedia is doing his job.
yes, yeah. And then
Okay,
of course
cool.
we don't have volume, so they've probably said it 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
But
That's
none of us
true.
can actually.
Here, Tony's on the deal now. We're about to find out. I think
We're
it looks
spinning
like
some kind of
Brady's
wheel.
going to spin this wheel. Yeah.
And I got to reload.
There's
it
a lot
'cause
of
I'm-
6s and 7s.
Yeah, I agree with
Clearly
Bill though.
behind
This is gonna eat Cy Lynch for lunch, I think.
Well,
And
I
y'all
thought-
know, did you know the point breakdown, I guess, Bill?
Well, Steve said there's more points in the heat than there is the qualifying. So
It's true.
yeah. So
Yeah,
200 to win the
that
heat
could
and
be
100
catastrophic.
100 for qualifying and 200 to win the heat. So
What's the break? What's it break down?
Down
backwards,
2
I
in
guess.
qualifying and down 3 in the heats.
Okay. That's a little aggressive, I think, but who knows? You know, the thing that bothers me is and maybe it's going to work out fine, and I don't know this, but it's like the Husitz deal. I know the first year or so he went, and then this last year, I mean, there was guys that went backwards in their heat that had quick time, and they still made the A. Like, I think Henderson the first night went 6th to 8th, and he started like 13th in the feature, and I'm like,
they
man,
overcorrected a little
like-
bit from last year, I think.
yeah, and like it's just like a guy like Daryl, he's really good at doing this stuff. Like he
It
can,
drives me nuts, to be honest. Drives
Yeah,
me nuts
like,
that
he
those
can-
errors even exist.
yeah, he can figure it out pretty easy. You take a little bit of time, and I don't know why we aren't. I don't know why we aren't doing this more often on some of these races, just to make it make sense.
Yeah, like to give you that, like I remember showing up to the Volusia 360 shows the first time, and like we set quick time. Dylan and I set quick time, and we had I think we passed a car, and we had less points than the pole sitter who timed in fourth and won his heat. Like I cannot stand showing up. Like Bill, I know I don't know what you've heard about your format this year at Knoxville, but I've said a million times. I thought it was ridiculous. The 1 year Sam timed in second quick, didn't finish his heat, and we almost started on the pole. He ended up starting ninth.
Yeah.
At Knoxville. No, what I don't get is I just don't get why people don't go, okay, this is our format. Let's quickly run through how it would have ended up over the last 2 or 3 years. Like what would have happened over, like just a quick, like what would guys get? Like you can do it in Excel really fast. Sam, you're saying I'm good at it. Steve, I'm sure could rip through it too. Like it doesn't take a lot to go, okay, what do we have to do to make this make sense?
Yeah, I think overall the racing at Knoxville this year has been a lot more exciting. Both our 410 and 360 winners came from 9th last week. I know that's hard on the racers sometimes, but I think they're working on it. I mean, I think when Sam, I know the first week Sam came, the draw really went against him. I think he was quick time, he won his heat anyway, and he got a big invert there, and I think he came up to second or third. Was that when the track was really dry early in the year?
Yeah, we run second, and I think it after the feature's over, it laid rubber right away for the 410s, I believe.
Yeah, that was the roughest night of the year, really. But for the track conditions, but there was just no humidity. Overall, I think it's been pretty good this year. They did a complete 180, so there's really no way you could take last year's format and apply it to this year because we're inverting the heats only by 4 instead of the 6. Who's going to win the heat last year? We wouldn't know that sort of deal. So I think they're finding some stuff out. They made some tweaks here at the mid part of the season, and it is what it is right now. Now the format Saturday for the 360s is going to be different. It's going to be inverted by time instead of heat finish. So that's going to be the big difference this Saturday with the number of cars that are coming in.
So if you transfer through, it's inverted by times,
right?
Basically. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm glad you clarified
4, 6, 8, whatever it is, 4, 6, 8, 10, whatever it is.
Bill, we actually have a question in the chat. How many 360s do you think you'll get Saturday? And then they followed up by asking, Sam, will you be racing Saturday? So I guess we'll go.
Yes, I will be. I will be racing.
We had 41 at our weekly show last week. So with ASCS off and the number of 410 guys that'll do double duty, including the ones we talked about that might come back from Eldora, I'm thinking we'll be north of 50, which means they'll go 6 heats. They'll go 6 heats and invert 4 and take 3 out of those. And that's probably, if they're over 50, that's what they'll do. So I anticipate over 50, but we'll see. So
where is the breaking point between the 6 and the 4 invert?
50. Yeah.
Oh, it is 50. Okay.
Yeah.
Ethan Tax wants to know, Steve, what are the numbers saying? You'll probably have a lot better read on the numbers after the heats, I'd say, right? Like you'll have a pretty good idea who's in good shape, who's in trouble. You aren't really in trouble yet, right? Like unless you did like a Buddy Kofoid lap. Is that fair to say, Steve?
I think Buddy might, or invert 7, so Buddy's gonna end up being like second or third in his heat, right? And then they just take top 5. I don't think they do it by points. I think it's just straight up top 5. Yeah,
that's what I was asking earlier.
Yeah, top 5 transfer. They haven't inverted it yet, but Kofoid would be starting third in his heat.
Yeah,
should be.
Yeah, Carter Sarf and Cole Macedo up front. Yeah, Ryan Thames will start 4th in that same heat.
That's a pretty tough heat.
So basically, that's probably. So basically, you guys are telling me they got a nasty heat.
Larson starts.
Well, basically, the whole heat's inverted. besides one car.
but it's nasty. Like that heat. in
Yeah, but I think
particular has
Kofoid.
guys-
I think Kofoid will win the heat. Easily.
I'm just saying, for a guy trying to get out, you're gonna knock some guys out right away.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go through some pretty good dudes.
Out of all the heats I've seen so far, I would say that one is the nastiest. Maybe Group B Heat 1 is pretty bad too. That's got Selzy, Reitzel, Day, and Gravel.
Skeet Underwood says Rico has a really weak heat in Heat 4. What's
He
that?
does
look
have
like
a
to you,
weak
Steve?
heat.
Who are you gonna
But it's
track?
fully
Forcing in there,
inverted.
Steve, or what?
He's not.
There you go.
I think that guy just doesn't like Aussies because McFadden and Madsen are both in that heat.
Steve, is it nice to be racing with a group that isn't as corrupt as the Outlaws with their starts?
Yep. If you had asked me to do this on the night before, I would have had to say no.
Yeah.
You're
So
going
here we
against-
go, Bill. Bill, I think you got a good night for your heavy invert. I think it's an easier track to pass on than usual.
Well, Brandon.
Yeah, I
Spithaller's
think it's
on the
gonna be
front of
good
that heat,
racing.
Steve.
Thorson's
Brandon
got a pretty
Spithaller's
easy
on the
heat.
front of that Rico's heat. I'm just telling you.
He's not starting by Skylar G, is he?
No, honestly, I go to this race every year, and this is one of the more entertaining nights. These heat races are one of the more entertaining things to watch all year
It
long.
looks like they watered it some. Because they're packing it. Looks like they
Yeah.
watered it.
Bill, we
I
got
don't think I would have.
Bill, we got asked, do you guys know if Knoxville's streaming service contract is up at the end of the year?
They do 3-year increments, and I'm not sure. I think they might be on year 2 or 3, but that's another subject I can't talk about on the air probably. But
We'll ask you off the air.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
it doesn't matter to them right now. So
If I was a guessing man, I would say it's a re-sign with Dirt Vision pretty simply, but
it has been the last
I
9-10 years. So
sure.
Can't believe Jackson's getting drunk. And someone said yes, it's year 2 of 3. Oaks did.
okay, yep, okay.
That Oaks guy, he knows a lot of stuff. Why is he
I have-
not on the show?
I have enough lunches with Jason Reed that once in a while I pick up something once in a while.
Hey, the Oaks guy's pretty on top of stuff. He doesn't miss much with us. Jackson's getting drunk tonight instead of coming on here. He's getting drunk in the grandstands at Eldora. Bastard.
Yeah, we've heard.
I feel like he should be our men with boots on the ground, but he's not really doing too much for us.
That place has more people who don't remember the race the night before than any other track in the country.
I remember. I remember one year Sam and I got our shit destroyed at I want to say on the prelim night, but it might have been early in the night of the King's Royal. I want to say around 2012 or 2013, and we went up and watched the King's Royal from the grandstands, and oh mother God, there was not a lot of sobriety up there.
Hey, are you reading this, Daryl?
What's that?
What's she talking about?
I don't know. We apparently Sam's son is quite upset right now because we aren't answering him.
What was his question?
Is he at the door or something, Sam? Or
I don't
is he
know.
trying to get in there?
She's mad at me because I'm on the Flow account and we only have. I guess we she can't watch
Oh,
it.
they can't watch it.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
You're on the same Wi-Fi.
I told her I don't. She said he just keeps saying hi.
Oh, she might be in the Riverside chat and we can't see it.
Well, I don't know.
How do you
Yeah,
get
the
to
Riverside
chat?
chat's still not working.
She says we have the live on.
Weird, because I'm not.
Yeah, I don't
getting
see
his
anything.
messages anywhere.
Yeah, we don't see anything. Maybe
just
there's a
gonna
lot
do
of people
generic.
talking to us and we just don't know. Oh, I see it now. Public chat. Oh, you wrote that. Never mind.
Yeah, it's got to show him somewhere. Tell him about his line the other day about the drinks.
Oh, what did he say? He says goofy stuff like this all the time.
When he grows up, can he drink the sprint car drink like all the other sprint car drivers?
When I get older, can I drink the Outlaws drink? And then he says, when I'm a sprint car driver, can I drink sprint car drinks?
And he means NOS.
He's a classic.
NOS.
He's got a NOS flag in his room, doesn't he, Sam?
Yeah.
No,
Amongst a million toys. Yeah, I can't be getting on that stuff. A cup of coffee in the morning is about all I can handle.
Yeah. We don't have Bill giving awards during opening ceremonies, so we'll get to the heats a lot quicker here. This will be good.
Yeah.
Why aren't you there, Bill?
My wife had some surgery a couple weeks back, and some brain surgery, so I'm looking after her. So,
well, that's a nice guy. I thought it was just to be on the pod.
Well, that was definitely a fringe benefit of the whole deal.
Yeah.
Oh,
kind of like Daryl, all right.
Bill, you also asked the Drivers Project to do the fan forum at Knoxville again this year.
I did.
Could you give people details on that?
Sure. What time did I tell you? Is it Wednesday?
You said same. You said same day and time as last year is what you told us.
Well, good. We'll see you then.
But I didn't know what day. I
think
didn't know
it's
what
Wednesday at
day
1:30.
and time we went last year.
Actually, I think it's. Did I tell you too?
Bill, I have no idea. You just said same time as last year, same
Wednesday.
day.
Wednesday at 1:30.
So,
and Dominic's going to be there.
Bill, I got a question.
Yes,
I got a good question. So, when do we get the prime spot? That's what we're looking for.
You're
looking for.
You're going to get the prime spot this year. You got the prime spot, prime time. You know,
we're in there.
Yeah, you're going to follow up Tony Laporta here with he's going to have the high limit right before you, and then you guys are coming in at 1:30. I think He's at noon to 1:30.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll definitely destroy them. Definitely destroy them. I think
he'll probably just have Kyle and Rico or somebody. You know, you guys will destroy them.
Yeah, those guys really aren't that big of a name, so we'll probably handle them pretty easily.
No, they won't bring anybody in the door, probably. But yeah, I don't know. It's really up to them who they bring up. I don't know who they're bringing in yet. I know Rico's coming later in the week too, so I don't know.
Yeah, Rico beat us last year. 2 years ago, we did the forum, and we packed a little theater, and we were like, hell yeah, we want the big room. And then Rico went before us, and he definitely beat us.
Yeah, I think
so. We need to beat him.
I think Wakapita had him last year with Kyle and Rico and Brad maybe. So yeah, I don't know how you guys couldn't upstage them. I don't have any control over that.
I thought Sam, JJ, myself, and Dom on a laptop would beat them, but apparently that wasn't enough.
Well, you guys had TJ too, TJ Slideways. I mean, he was there.
Well, I'm just glad our language was good enough to get invited back the amount of times we've been invited back. So I'm happy about that.
That's why I leave and go do other stuff. You know, I get you guys water. Go down and make sure our drivers are there for autograph sessions, and then the rest is up to you.
The the first message I got back after I said Bill and Steve were doing this live podcast was Sam saying, "Well, there's going to be a lot less swearing in this one."
Yeah.
And Spencer Baston's probably sleeping better at night.
Is Spencer not a swearer
Yeah,
at
no
all?
doubt.
No, Dom just
No,
was
Dom was being Dom on the last episode. Kind of got a little over the line.
he was getting a little excited about Spencer.
You got Daryl demonetized on YouTube.
I listened to it, but I think I'm desensitized to it all now. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even try to hit the monetize button on it this time. after all the Spencer talk, I was like, well, this one
Daryl
just
thinks
became a
we
freebie.
Yeah, Daryl thinks we may be able to do some monetization on this one. We'll see how that goes.
I think we're off to a great start.
Yeah, I
Not
think so.
one
Pretty
swear
PG.
word so far.
I mean,
I
you've
feel
only
like
pissed
Sam's gonna
off
drop an
Thorson and his
F-bomb.
fans, so other than that, we're good.
Yeah. Steve's pissed off Thorson and the world. That's who he says is the most corrupt series in history. That's your
Yeah, so
exact
now
words,
I got
as you can see.
I've pissed off High Limit folks and the World of Outlaw folks now. So
Yeah.
The IRA fans should
Looks
carry
like we
us
got
through
an
then.
ant.
and the other night I was arguing a little bit with Jeremy Elliott about the PA posse, so I probably pissed them off a little bit too. What
was the argument?
It wasn't a real argument. It was more so there was like a question about what is like the most entertaining regional series right now. And my argument was that Power Eye is entertaining because they have potential for random invaders. You know, Sam sometimes will show up and race with them. Makar will sometimes show up. And then I think they have just a good crop of like younger guys. You know, Dylan Bloomfield is pretty solid. Landon Crawley's running with them full time. That kid Ryder McCutcheon's actually pretty good.
He's really good.
Yeah. And then they staples like Jenitin and Joe B. So I just think they have like an interesting group of guys down there. I wasn't necessarily trying to say that they were the best regional series in terms of talent. It was just, I think it's just an interesting group that they have in that Power Eye series right now.
Yeah. For
I think it's good for
entertainment,
that
I'd
area of
probably
the
still
country.
go. For some reason, I would probably go Narc. I would probably go Narc after. Narc After Dark would probably be mine. Just the tracks they run on, they end up. The guy can be leading for 28 laps, hit the curb wrong, and lose. People are asking about the quality of my. People are asking about the quality of my internet. I have no clue what's happened over the last few weeks. Miles literally basically put an internet tower pretty close to us. Our internet is phenomenal. And we had a storm about 2 months ago, and ever since my internet has been not as good. I have no clue what's going on. And not really sure what to do.
Was that the tornado?
Why do I have a what's that?
Was that the tornado one?
Yeah, ever since the tornado, my internet's been terrible. And then someone asked why I have a bedsheet wall as a background. It's actually a TV background, but yes, it looks like a bedsheet. It is actually a background for TV, but
we're lined
up. That is definitely a bedsheet. That's definitely a bedsheet.
It is not. It is not. But yes, it looks like one. And the reason is because I really haven't got my remote.
To prove you're not lying, can we see you change the backdrop?
Just look at that.
Oh, it's like a photography background.
Yeah.
Man, that's nice, Daryl. Is that a shower curtain?
Yes. Yes. You think I'm gay? Yeah.
The shorter trips to the toilet.
Yeah.
I'm
ready for some more racing here.
Yeah,
I feel like we're
coming right now. I'm imagining they're doing all this to try to see how they line up tomorrow night time-wise. with
Well, I
FS1.
think and they probably have the advertised start time at 7 or 8 or whatever. So they're because it's 8:01 right now there, so they're probably going for their advertised start time is what they're waiting on here.
Because they're on
Would be my
Prime
guess.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I like
know if
Brent
it.
Marks'
I mean, I
chance.
know they have 8 heat races, but man, I wish they wouldn't have watered the racetrack. I wish they would have watered after the heats.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough for
'Cause I
Brady
think
Bacon.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for these guys to come through with fresh water.
I still
Maybe
think
the later
Killers
heats will be solid.
Tough one for Brady to be in the back of here.
We were talking about my crappy internet. Right now, the race won't load for me, so that's awesome.
We'll fill you in.
My internet went out earlier. That's why I left for a minute.
Brent Marks is outside of 2 here.
Yeah, I like that for him.
Sheldon's outside of 3.
Yeah, someone says it's my background is a shower curtain brought to you by Gasm. I have to agree.
So you're seeing all this on the YouTube comments, Daryl?
Yeah.
I want to see the other choices
So-
for your backdrop. Is shower curtain the best choice you got? Is it...
I think
Well, I
what
did
he
used
has
to
is
not- I
probably
used-
optimum.
What I used to not do it, and it was literally like, there's my bed, there's my nightstand, there's a wall. Like there's just nothing exciting about my room. But our place is gonna get pretty busy the next few days with Osh Weekend and stuff. With the Outlaws coming, we'll probably have a pile of people over here. Usually, the Macedos were here last year. We had a bunch of people over here. Ethan Taxath is asking if this is Joel Myers Jr.'s breakout year. I feel like it kind of is. I feel like I don't know if the world's realizing how good he's running, but right now, in terms of a regional racer, he's pretty damn good, wouldn't you say,
I've
guys?
seen him win a couple of times. These bigger tracks, it's a little tougher for
Yeah.
him to qualify. But
Yeah, I think
The
his motor
19
program's
struggles.
down on some of these bigger places. But as far as him traveling, like if you take him to some 3/8 and shorter tracks, I mean he's pretty competitive. He's and obviously in Power Eye, he's pretty dominant when he goes and races with those guys.
this is tough on the low side, isn't it, Sam? Starting the race down there.
Yeah,
Joel got a
it
pretty good
is.
launch though.
There goes Sheldon right away.
But there now he's suffering.
And you said
Yeah, like
basically Sam,
Mark's
what
being
everyone-
up on the outside like that it just propels you so good into 3 that you're going to be set up the rest of the race because you get closer to clean air.
And you said, Sam, basically, you told me this a long time ago at Eldora. What you're watching is basically the outside guy is always trying to pinch the inside guy on the start going into turn 1, correct? And then everyone's reacting. from
Yeah, like, well, if you're on the outside and you can gap yourself down, like you can drive down the hill. So, like, usually the outside guy does get an advantage. And honestly, the guy who taught me that a long time ago was Swindell. Like, he kind of explained it to me, and man, it was like an eye opener for me. And then, yeah, every time we'd race there, like, you just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. I mean, and most guys know it. Like, I was super, super young when it was told to me, but like you can watch a lot of these races time and time again and see the same guys, run down the hill there. They can get down the hill. They make a lot of time.
This will be all about Brady trying to get by Chris Andrews here. Looks like he will.
Yeah. He's got a couple laps to do it here. Andrews had a badass win at Waynesfield earlier
That
in
was
the year.
awesome. Last
corner
10
pass.
feet.
I always give guys like him props for showing up to these shows.
I feel like Sam. We used to show up at Attica, and he used to be an animal. And I feel like he's kind of toned it down.
He beat the All-Stars back in the day a few times there, and I've seen him win at Attica a couple times in person. But his family used to own Goofy Golf up in Sandusky, and I used to play there. Yeah, there's a little tidbit for you.
I feel like he's toned it down though. Like I feel like he's really calmed down his driving.
He's getting older. Yeah, he is. Brady got through there.
Yeah. Score 1 for Bill. He loves his inverts.
7's a tough
Daryl,
one.
did you see the video my wife sent of my kid watching?
I'm just struggling with internet, period, right now. I might actually go down to the shop after the heats. I might drive down to the shop after.
Is he watching SpongeBob because he can't get the race, Sam, or what's going on?
No, he's watching our live. He's watching our live feed, and I think he's trying to talk.
What's up, S3? What's up, S3? Gonna try to play it now.
Like your service is that bad, Daryl?
Can I go to Dad?
What are you seeing, Bill? What's Friday?
He's wanting to visit you, Sam. He's wanting to give you a visit here. From what I can see.
If his mom lets him, he can come up here.
He usually has some pretty good insight on racing.
Oh yes.
He was not happy with
with
Matt Covington last
into
week.
the outside starting 4.
This is a tough deal for Carter Sarf here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to wish he had his midget, I think. Yeah.
It'd be a hard midget race.
The Briscoe family's awesome.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Briscoe is one of my favorite drivers.
Actually, it would be equally as hard in the midget. Like, look at these guys.
This would be hard as hell. Kofoid, Tim Snyder, Courtney Larson.
Cole Macedo's the only guy that's not a midget guy besides him and Duvall. Who do you got in this one, Daryl? You think Kofoid's going to get it done, or you think Tim's is going to do something?
I think Cole should just be able to run off with this one, don't you? Like,
Yeah, I just don't know how well
faster
they're
than those guys.
I just don't know how
I
good
don't-
their stuff is on the bigger track like this place. And maybe it'll be fine.
Cole seems to be one of those guys who, like, sometimes they'll show up and kind of charge through the field here and like maybe get a 10th or 9th, but other times they seem way off.
Just inconsistent. Like, I don't know. I think that's how Sam and I generally feel here. Like, Sam's won a Speed Week show over like 55 cars, and then I don't know, felt like lost the next day. Isn't that fair to say, Sam?
Yeah, I was in the C main the next day.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Like, it's like, how do you go, man, how do you just win Eldora and you're in the C main the next night? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. But that's how inconsistent we were back at that time. Like, we could show up one night and be really, really good, and then the next night just be terrible.
You're not alone in that. I mean, that's how sprint car racing is. It's just
Well, that's
especially
basically what
nowadays
happens
with
when
so many good guys. You know, like nowadays there's such good competition across, every region, every national, with both national series. Like you'll see some of these guys just, one night look dynamite and the next night just look not good. It's unreal. It's and it's what's making the viewership be as good as it is now.
absolutely.
I'm not sure I want to be the 87 car in this heat either, to be honest with you. I feel like he's got a tough task.
You see Kyle at the start there.
Yeah,
Hang in there, Carter.
Surf did a nice job on this.
Hey, he's hanging in
Yeah.
there.
Jesus, my internet sucks. My favorite thing is I keep having to refresh it, so then it tries to refresh with a goddamn ad.
You know how to get rid of that, don't you?
You get, yeah, but it still has to do it. I don't know. You guys say what's going on because I cannot. see it
Tim's
all.
looks really tight, and I
Kyle's
felt like
up to
this.
fourth.
He's
Working
Yeah,
on Sark's
Tim-
third.
Tim's
Larson
falling
looks
back like behind him. I think they've been every night he looks bad. They just look super, super, super tight, and that's just the common denominator with their car. Like you could see him roll into the corner, and he's left wheel input, and left front even gets up a lot of times. And when he looks like that, they're not good. I mean, their cars naturally looks tighter than most others all the time, but you can just tell when they're in trouble.
Yeah, he's in
Oh,
trouble now.
Cutter Surf's.
Yeah, Carter Sarf's doing a good job.
Yep, he's halfway there and still in it.
Tim's is going to have to catch him, and he never will. So
It's just such a tough ask for all these guys. But Bill's happy again. He's seeing
You're
more
such a
inverts
wiener, Daryl.
successfully.
these guys can pass. Look at them.
What's that?
These guys can pass. What do you?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Larson
Heck
looks.
yeah.
I think Larson's set up pretty good, don't you think?
7th to 3rd. Yeah.
Oh, there's Sunshine looks pretty good too.
Yeah, 7th to 3rd. He will be. He's got to be high point guy right now, right?
Yeah, he would be. I would think.
Yeah, because Brady was just up to 5th, and where'd Sheldon get up to? What's he up to?
I
He went
honestly don't
6
even
to
know.
3.
3rd.
Oh, that's not bad. That'll probably be better than Brady then in points, right?
Yeah, because the difference is 3. Let's see.
Yeah,
Well,
because the heats are worth more than the qualifying.
he would have
Right.
lost, but he would have lost 8 in the qualifying, I guess. Hodenshield would have to Brady.
There's
And he
a person
only
in the
gained. Well,
chat
then he
asked-
only gained 6.
Yeah.
There's a person in the chat asking that they see Level sponsor on a lot of cars. Do we guys know about that? Just big sprint car fans. Level is actually an engine builder in Ohio. So the Level, your sponsorship you're seeing there is we actually ran as 305 when Alex was racing 305s.
Hey,
We
tell-
got more.
Allison, why don't you have Brody turn his flow on y'all's deal so you can watch? Probably be a good idea. Oh, he doesn't have a flow account. Never mind. Sorry.
No. But I think we have an upset child right now. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
What do we
looks
got
pretty
here?
Why
obvious.
is it that I can bring up my?
I'm just stressed with internet period right now. I might actually go down to the shop after the heat.
Oh, he's trying to wave to us,
I
Sam.
might
Back.
down to the shop after.
What's up, S3? What are you doing, buddy?
No, he's watching our live. He's watching our live.
You probably ought to just send him in. Bill Wright's recording is stopped. Just when we
What
thought my
happened?
internet was bad. If
Can you
I
hear
had to guess,
Yeah, we can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you, Bill. Yeah.
All right, I'll just restart here.
Yeah. Okay. They're saying it's level on Mosquito Star. Let me go check that one really quick because
Yeah,
It's
it's
level
on there.
utilities.
that's level.
Oh, it's level utilities.
I think that's what they're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, it's on like It's on a bunch of Ohio cars like Zeth Sabo, Cole Macedo. I think it's on Ricky Peterson's car too.
Who else is on Ricky Peterson's car?
I'm on Ricky Peterson's car. Golden flavor sesame sticks.
Uh-oh.
Can I
There he
What's up?
is.
What's up, Raphael? Making your big debut on the live.
You want to
chat.
hear him?
Yeah.
Are you sure you can hear him with the?
Oh, look
with
at
the,
Schuhart come through there.
Okay.
7th to 3rd on the first lap.
Schuhart is a rocket. What's up, buddy?
Here's a pizza,
Schuhart
dude.
has an average finish of like 5 here in the last 2 years, sneakily.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a ton of wins, but just
There's something for a pizza, dude.
Are you a Ninja Turtle or are you Spider-Man right now?
We got a little Spider-Man action and some Raphael.
Are you
And
gonna wave?
I think we got also some Leonardo Shell going on here, so
Yeah.
it's quite entertaining over here.
Are you gonna wave to everybody, Sam? S3, wave to everybody. Like Schuhart's doing to the field.
Schuhart up to
Other than
second's
Elias.
got to be. But didn't he start in the back?
Yeah,
7th.
Yeah. And he went out late and dropped a lap
All right,
too.
buddy.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were cruel to inverted,
Yeah,
Daryl.
Oh,
No, I want that.
Tanner.
See you later, buddy.
Bye.
He normally gives us a visit on every podcast, but we usually edited it out.
Tanner looks pretty good.
Yeah, he started up front because you said he'd time trial good and then he didn't.
So, where did he start?
Fourth.
So he's back to
Schuhart?
No,
Schuhart
Schuhart
started
started
7th.
Where'd- Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, they were cruel to him and put him at the back, according to Daryl.
Someone's asking, is Eliason building shocks or is he a fabricator or something?
Yeah, he owns Spike
No.
Chassis now, I believe.
I was just going to say, I don't know if that's public or not, but yes, now that it's out
In
there, yes,
Brownsburg?
he is purchased
Okay.
Spike Chassis. Yes, he's purchased Spike Chassis. And he is also a pretty good fabricator. He used to do some powder coating too. I'm not sure what all is going to be on his plate now that he's bought Spike.
Yeah, he's a hell of a fabricator, no doubt about that.
Can you tell people about Rooster, Eliason's car owner, Sam? Because he's a
Yeah, so
whole nother
basically,
animal.
that car is from Washington. He does like offshore pipeline welding and stuff like that, and he loves racing so much that he has some of the nicest equipment you'll ever see, and he works so hard and so much that he doesn't ever get to use it. So he'll work, months and months and months at a time, and then decide, okay, hey man, I'm gonna go racing a month or two and go on the road. And about this time of year is about when he does it. Super good guy, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Super good dude.
And
His
he's
son
like
Austin
hardcore.
used to drive. Yeah, and his son Austin used to drive for him. They used to travel quite a bit, and that was a 44W car back in the day. Some people may be familiar with that, but yeah, I've known him for a long time. Super good friend of mine, and just a good dude. And honestly, it's cool to see him come out. He doesn't really get to run that much, and to win the heat, whether he started up front or not, it's still a feat in itself, being that the car hasn't seen a racetrack all year.
So we were told Heat 4 was weak. I still don't think it's a walk in the park.
It's not. Like Madsen he'll be fine.
McFadden.
Yeah. McFadden is another, like, he could go really well around here and then, the next night be 25th.
Yeah. And the other thing about Rooster is I don't think people realize hardcore he is, or how big his operation is. Sam, can you tell people about his operation?
Well, I mean, he's got a really nice shop. He's like if he ever retired, he would he'd be able to go racing pretty well out
He
on the
could do the
road.
world. He could do the World of Outlaws or High Limit in his sleep right now, given his shop and current equipment. Is that not fair to say, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's probably more than what he would like to let on, but yeah, I mean, he does well for himself, and but he works his ass off, man. Like he works so much that he only gets to race, a couple months out of the year. So a guy that dedicated to it to work all year like that and only get to enjoy it for a couple months is pretty cool. And like I say, it's good to see him win that first heat. Obviously they probably wanted to get qualified a little bit better, but like I say, for a guy that doesn't get to race his car that much, that's still a pretty good run.
And to Sam's point, what happens because he doesn't race a lot is everybody knows he has a really nice operation.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
That was not. I'm going to say that start's going to get called back.
Because everybody knows in Washington that Rooster has a nice operation, they all, everyone tries to like borrow his equipment all the time. It's
what happened
pretty.
There? Did Torgerson get in the back of the 5?
No, he didn't.
Take off. He just went sideways.
The 5 just kind of looked like Spithauler didn't come down.
Yeah, it's like the weird. 5 didn't really want to go, and then they got close. And then when you get close on tires like that, and it just barely rubs, sometimes it tries to suck it in there. And that looks like what it happened. He got a flat right front.
Crew is not ready.
And sometimes that's the problem with the 7 invert.
Yeah, like the reason the 10-car invert at Knoxville got pulled back was a crash, was it not, Bill? Back in the day?
Yeah. Kerry Jones from New Zealand was up on the front and got sideways in front of everybody, and that was really, I guess, last straw for everybody. So,
where is the crew for that car?
Is that Creed Kavanaugh? Like, it's Creed Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
The guy from Dutchers.
Is that Sam's wife on the left front?
No, not this time.
They didn't have a whole lot of teams coming to help them, did they?
No, they didn't, but they weren't even there themselves.
Yeah, I'm going to defend the crew on this one. I'm going to defend the crew this one as a crew guy. Usually the crew guys that get right there from other teams, they're literally the guys right by the car.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You can be on the other side of the track.
Or the crew's grabbing all the equipment and shit.
I think that nose wing's going to hurt Kerry Madsen here.
I remember Alex had a left front flat by the time we got all the stuff at Knoxville and came around. The 2KS team had already changed it basically for us.
This is going to help Dietz big time. He goes from 5th to 4th here to start. So 5th is a really tough spot.
It's the battle for Western PA on the front row.
I don't know if the battle's going to be up front.
I like that shot.
Come on, guys. Start the race.
Oh, wow. Spithauler. He's pretty racy. He just got his car bitch slapped, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Yes, he did.
The left rear.
Was that before or after Skyler G?
Looking racy.
That was after.
That was after.
Probably sent him the bill.
Oh.
I feel like we're all off on timing. Where is everyone else right now with their videos?
We got to spin out.
I just
Yeah,
got the spin.
he got left reared a little bit by Rico, and he caught him on the right front and spun him.
I believe Jeremy made this race last year.
He made the prelim.
I think he actually made the Joker's Jackpot finale.
Really?
Someone asked, and I don't know this answer. Did Kevin Newton sell all of his stuff?
No, I seen him race not too long ago. It was a weekly race at Peevely.
Yeah, he's still wild man out there.
I think
His stuff looks completely different now. It was like all gray and black. Like black
gray and black. That's what I thought I saw. Yeah.
I think he had a fairly decent super modified win on pavement too, if I'm not mistaken. On the night of that big sprint car race, I think he won in the Pink Lady, did he not, Bill?
Up in Michigan. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't think it was in Michigan last year.
Last year.
Might have been in Vegas because he was in the Pink Lady, which, as you know, is a pretty famous super modified.
Ken Hamilton drove that for years and years. Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Weaver only made the prelim A, not the main A.
All right. I can let my heart go back to rest, Steve. So I didn't think he made.
I know people were dying to know that.
And someone else backed up the Level Utilities LLC.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Madsen car is getting around there as good as it is with that. Well, so is Dietz's nose wing, so never mind.
Yeah.
I think is Spitallers too.
It's a bad night to be a front wing.
I think he might have had some nose wing damage after the B main last night. Maybe.
Skyler had some nose damage. He had some nose wing damage.
Now from Brando. Brando would never.
Freaking Canadians. Here we go. Everyone's front wing flies off. Then we get front wing tethers. Are we going to need two more hookup points on the fuel cell after last night, Sam?
No. I sure hope not.
If two wings go flying off in this heat, we're getting wing tethers.
If we saw the brand of fuel cell, you would know the problem, and I don't know why we keep going down the same road. The other brands don't seem to have the problem. But that's what happens, we want to make a rule because we have one manufacturer that's doing a poor job, and it just honestly it kind of ruins it for the rest of the industry than when you've got other guys that are doing a pretty good job.
So, Bill, would you say the inverts worked out okay tonight?
I would say it's worked out okay, Daryl. It's very entertaining. I wish we were at the race so we could see all of it firsthand, but it looks like everybody.
Then we couldn't be doing this, Bill.
Rico's going for high point guy here. See if he can get her done. Well, not quite.
He looks pretty good though.
How'd that car look, Sam? That 14.
Looks about like Ricky Warner's working on it. That's what it looks like to me. Whenever he goes to these events, they are I don't know, like they're just on a whole other. It seems like they're on a whole other page than a lot of guys, and I find it strange that Rico's done a really good job racing Eldora. Obviously, he's been one of the best guys, and then I feel like he's been one of the better guys at Knoxville too. And they just really haven't got it done. Like Looks like they have the car all night. And obviously this year he probably hasn't been as good at Knoxville as usual, but
Yeah.
it really seems like they have a really good hold on every night, and then at all these big events, and then it just seems like the final night they fall a little bit short.
In their defense, that last Outlaw show that Marks won, he was gonna win probably. He had engine issues. They're late in the race.
Right.
But yeah, I'm with you. You know, he was at the July 4th show, and he came from back in the pack, but he wasn't dominant for sure.
Right.
That's just karma for having more fans at his farm than us.
You got to have
This heat doesn't look. This heat doesn't look too easy
spicy.
either.
Reitzel starting 5th. Look out here. He's got Corey Day on his outside.
Cameron Smith
Gravel behind him.
if
Gravel
he gets out
behind him.
front.
Geo up ahead.
Yeah, if
Tax
Nida
last.
holds on to run top 3, I would be very surprised here just because of the cars behind him.
He did,
Top 3 or top 5?
yeah, and he didn't look top 5. But he did not look good in hot laps. If you remember, Thorson blew by him pretty.
Yeah,
Well, that was
is
right
true.
after he heard about
So-
Steve's rankings.
He heard
Yeah.
the ranking before highlights.
Yes, Ethan Takis, Keith. Rico does have a motor he bought off Keith Coons that he uses on the half miles. He said, I do believe he said that in the past. I feel like this is Kerry's best year that he's had, and someone's gonna tell me I'm an idiot since his big game days. Is that fair to say? Do you guys think?
He was rolling pretty good in the 14 that one year as well.
Yep.
Yeah, but he
Totally
wasn't a
sorry.
regular. He was just popping in that every now and then. Him and his brother sure had a good one at Eldora that year. But yeah, I feel like he's had a pretty urgent year. I feel like he's been pretty steady.
Yeah, they've been super fast. They really have been. The
call
car
him-
looks
I'd-
like it's
I'd
got
call him one of my.
a
That's
decent
the part-
amount of grip.
That's the
On the
smartest thing Tony
national-
could have done is merge those teams, I think. Because
And if y'all look right there, that nose wing he's running, it doesn't have any dish. It's a flat nose wing.
yeah.
That's not normal for most teams to run something like that.
But yeah, I feel like he's low key had one of the most surprisingly, in a positive way, good years of anybody on a national level. They
Yeah,
got
he
their
has.
win. They've got their win. He's been consistent. It's been a good year for him. And I feel like he'll be good at the Nationals. I feel like he'll be pretty respectable there.
Yeah, and I think they have some upside from where they're at. I think they'll even continue to get a little bit better.
I'm waiting for the Thorson heat, Steve. That's going to be everything.
Pins and needles.
This heat's pretty
It's one of
stout,
the
though.
easier
This one's...
heats. It's rigged.
This is a really good heat.
Are you saying both series are corrupt, Steve?
Yep. Only whichever one makes my rankings look better, that's the less corrupt one.
Yeah, that's what I would go with.
How are your rankings looking in terms of? We got to go down
Whoa.
your top 40 after the heats.
You're gonna see where the points shake at. Oh boy. Oh, we're all behind.
That's not good. That motor is
I-
not in good shape after that.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, anytime you back a motor up that fast at a place this big, that is not a good result.
I think someone wrote. Yeah. What happened there?
Little contact. He was running a quick up on Smith.
Is that what NASCAR folks call a racing deal?
Yeah, well, you can see Zerfoss does get tight, but
yeah,
like it's just a
hard to
nice
someone
medium
asked,
in the middle.
did Pulkerbeck sign as a high roller and they just didn't announce it? I kind of know the answer to this, but don't quote me on it completely. They basically told him if he followed through Montana or July 1st, whichever one it was, he would get the benefits of being the high roller. But I don't know if he's officially one, but he hasn't missed a race yet. So I believe he's getting the benefits of it, but I don't know if he's an official high roller, and I don't even know if I'm right on that. That's like secondhand information there.
Has he not missed one?
He hasn't missed a single high limit show.
Oh, wow. Well, if he is a high roller,
stinger, like he went from Kokomo on Saturday and raced at Huset's the next Sunday.
Yeah. But if he is a high roller, they haven't been doing like taking his picture and doing the deal, like the video stuff.
He's not rolling the dice.
And stuff. Yeah, he's not doing any of that.
Like I say, I think he's getting the benefits of it, but I don't think he's an official
It's about to be his first competitive laps at Eldora, too.
And then I believe he also has Thomas Kennedy now, crew chiefing the car.
Yeah, he does.
Right. Yeah. See you later. Aaron Wright's
gone. Oh, Wright's is gone. And here comes Gravel with him.
Oh, Gio.
This invert's killing them, Daryl.
Yep. You love it, Bill.
I love it.
I thought the 1A would be a little more stuck, but this is actually Cameron Smith's first time here. So,
yeah.
Yeah, Jacob always seemed like he run really good at Eldora.
And Cameron's pretty good at Port Royal. Like, so I think he's pretty good at Williams Grove, too. I guess all his experience is on bigger tracks, honestly.
Well, Lincoln. I mean, he ran Lincoln.
Yeah, that's true. He wins at Lincoln sometimes.
He's pretty young though. He's 5-6 years.
He's only 19 or 20, I think.
Yeah.
JJ, I think, thinks pretty highly of him. I think JJ watches him race a lot.
It's JJ's birthday tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Wish JJ a happy birthday.
And Ryan Giles, his teammate, same night, same day.
Yeah.
Yep.
They'd definitely rather spend it with their friends than with us.
I'm sure they're watching, Daryl.
No problem.
I highly doubt it.
Hi, Joanne.
I'm gonna bet they're not watching.
Pretty safe.
I've seen a Snapchat from JJ. I'm pretty sure he's not. Old Gage.
Throwing them to the wolves.
Yeah, and this is about as hard as Eldora gets, wouldn't you say, Sam?
It gets harder. Like, it gets more up on the wall and more, like, real thin by the wall. But I don't know. Like, I think if you have a pretty good car right now, I think, this isn't a tough Eldora if you got a really good race car. It's just when it gets way, way up there on the wall, like right now, they got a whole car width above the top groove at least. So it's not tough now, but I think a good race car pays off a bunch right now.
Zerfoss coming back at him here.
Yep.
Yeah, Smith had a bad corner there on that restart.
We just had another bad corner. I still feel like this is tricky for people showing up their first time. Like,
Yeah,
he has
that's
Now
not
he's
a
got
Oh, I
a
don't-
nice,
terrible car.
now he's got that Jacob Allen line going. He needs to just stay down there. That car doesn't like the top.
Oh, yeah.
Great race.
There you go. Keep it down there.
Well, Bill, when you get inverted heats like this, you're gonna get a lot of good racing.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Of course, the 6th and 7th starters, they're just gone right away. But
I had
It's
no
funny
idea.
because
Bill.
both Zierfoss and Smith are both really struggling.
struggling in an entertaining way.
You know,
It was good on Brock to come back from that spin.
Yeah, for sure.
Where does JJ have him ranked now? I wonder. In his,
yeah. Did you see that show at Fremont?
We discussed this.
yeah.
Yeah, 1 week ago he said he deserved an apology. Then he goes and runs top 5.
He switched
Well,
cars.
JJ
almost
never
all this-
officially apologized. He never
No,
apologized.
he wanted-
He said,
I was to
No, he
apologize
wanted
to
everyone
him.
else to apologize.
well, I still don't think he was right at the time. Now, if he would have
mean,
based it
you
on the
would-
beginning of this year, I would say, okay, yeah, you're right. But now, looks like Zierfoss is looking pretty solid again.
This might be the most solid heat all the way through, I'd say.
This
Coming
is
up
a
here.
consistent heat.
Does Macedo have the
Say
Ford?
it's
Florida
in?
man, Scott.
Does Macedo
Less
have
killers,
the Ford in?
but
Do you guys
solid.
know?
I would imagine he does because
He did earlier
they've
this
been
year.
running them in non-point shows, and I would assume for sure for this, but who knows? We'll be able to tell pretty quick.
Don't
You
they run
will.
a different wing when they have the Ford in? It has a little.
They
blue-
may. I just the
Yeah.
the headers will be different port design.
Yeah, I feel like this is the most solid heat. It doesn't have some of the killers the other heats have, but have fun with some of these guys.
Yeah, 2 of them aren't going to make it.
Here's Aaron Reitzel wishing best wishes to Shane Liebig in the 10.
Wish
I
them
can't-
luck in
But
the
if did,
I
yeah,
can't
but
hear
Steve
it.
did post. Steve did post about where they asked Ryan Timms who his favorite driver would be or whatever, and he said definitely not Aaron Reitzel. So I could see he had that coming.
Steve also posted a video of Reitzel absolutely cleaning up the Senate Jackson.
Yeah. That sounds like something.
Just
he
giving
could
everyone the full
potentially do.
context of the story over the last
Lagutski
3
never knew it hit him.
years. Literally.
But
Yeah,
the
so-
funny thing is Shane used to help out Reitzel years ago as well.
He drove his car when he owned
So
the
it
55
probably
car.
probably burns him a little bit that from
Well, I
the
think-
standpoint that he
I
helped him.
think they even stayed friends after that. Like, I think that
did.
ended amicably.
Even when he took him out, when Shane went to talk to him in the trailer, he said it's like talking to my son because he'd driven his car and stuff.
Right.
But
No, I
Ryan's
don't
won
think
the
they
Nationals and
feel
Aaron
the same
hasn't.
way. That's kind of a checkmate for pretty much everyone
Yeah.
unless they have Nationals win.
Well, I mean, it adds to it.
Did anyone catch how Tyler Walker timed it in the 69? Oh boy, a lot going on here.
It really looked like Brown was going to do something on that start.
Oh boy.
He's got chopped. Sweet struggling in the back.
There's some playing for keeps here. There's some playing for keeps here. Like I say, every driver in this heat's pretty competent.
Yeah,
It might not be
they're all-
rockets.
Yeah, they're all solid.
They're all veterans.
They might not be
Every one
having
of-
the best.
Yeah, every one of these guys in this heat are definitely drivers that can get it done.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah, I think that is a Ford.
It's not looking too bad.
Do we have Sweet to the transfer?
Yeah,
yet?
he'll get there.
Nope, he's coming.
He'll get by one of these guys, maybe both.
Good race.
feel like it's setting up for me here.
He's setting him up.
No,
Yeah,
just
he'll
when they're
just-
racing each other, it leaves.
Yeah,
leaves
he's
doors
able to
open
make.
for him.
He's just able to make speed in some areas that these guys when they're racing aren't going to be able to. I don't know, man. I don't think his car is very good, but
That was a bad entry there. He lost a lot of grip on his entry there.
Dietrich's catching
Macedo,
on
on the other
now.
hand, is ripping.
Oh,
Dietrich looks pretty good on the bottom.
See, this is the thing, Bill. You just can't do inverts.
You
like
can't
this 'cause
invert.
guys like Sweet.
Dietrich is going to be the one that gets all these guys.
Yeah, he
I
is.
will say this is probably some of the best heat races I've ever seen at Eldora. Consistently, heat race after heat race.
Don't tell Bill that.
It is. The surface is like dynamite for heat races.
I'm a race fan, Daryl.
Yeah.
I want to see this passing.
I think
Coming to the checkers.
This is Sweet's opening here.
Danny missed
Yeah,
the bottom.
there ain't no opening.
Drove it in too hard.
That was a good one.
Like I said,
Nobody
when
said
Brad
anything,
Sweet
but
can't get
Basin
out-
drove away by 5.3 seconds in that heat.
Did they
So
do
he
an
was
engine
probably
change
okay.
after time trials?
We saw him pull in there in the pits,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, like that's a pretty sizable win after a heat.
Yeah, you know Dom's pretty excited right now after a heat race like that.
I'm sure.
Can we get an interview or what?
You should maybe
All right,
see if
moment
Dom
of
could
truth.
come on. And,
It's Tanner Thorson
No,
time.
yeah, the time is now.
Yeah.
I think he can get two of these cars in front of him.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I don't think Corbett. Does Corbett have any laps here?
Maybe last
Mm.
year.
No, I don't. Did he have anything last year? I don't think he
He had
did.
to leave back for Australia, but I don't remember when. He had to leave before the Nationals. I know that.
Like I'd never heard of him in Australia at all, and I feel like last year here he was just okay, and then this year he's actually the improvement's been quite a bit. I would say.
He's pretty
That's-
young. I think that he doesn't have much. Like I think he was only racing in Australia for like 2 years, or 2 or 3 years prior to this.
Right. I just never heard of him even
Okay.
over there.
Okay, Steve. Where's Thorson
Spencer.
gonna finish this?
I'd say I kind of agree with Sam. I think he can get 2 guys here, and I think he can hold off Lynch too. So was he starting 6th? I think he could finish 4th.
So I
Side's in a
definitely
tough
feel like
spot.
he should have been ranked. Yeah, because of that.
Probably
invert.
should have been ranked, in the top at least. Well, technically, there's 2 A mains tonight, so that's 48
That's why I
cars.
say he's around. Yeah, I
If he-
said earlier
I-
he's technically around like the 20s. No, because he went 7th on the second lap. He's around 14, 15. He
Yeah.
went 7th quick on his second lap.
And if he goes 6-4 in the heat, that'll set him up pretty decent.
Yeah, he should at least be in the top 35.
Yeah, I if I made a top 40 list, I don't think there's any way I'd have left there. I think only a fool would have. It would take.
Who
Well,
would
some
put Cameron
silly juice
Smith
to
in front of him? Cameron Smith's never even been here before.
What were you gonna say, Bill? Before we sarcastically make comments.
I just said, here we go.
Parker
PPM.
Price rolling pretty
Law
good.
firm.
I'm just trying to get Flo to load, so if other people can talk through the heat. God,
Well, we
Tanner's
might
battling
get
for fourth.
Yeah, we might get Thorson up to fourth here. I'm surprised Stutz is hanging on as good as he is right now.
Yep.
Long way to go. I think Kelby's going to pass.
Especially
Tanner's
the-
car. Tanner's car doesn't look very happy on the bottom.
And then here comes Cy Lynch. He's rolling decent too, making some speed.
It's a new paint scheme for Cy. Is that what he needed? Like Brent Marks?
Yeah, changing paint scheme was definitely good for Brent Marks.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was not a good corner for
Kelby.
TJ.
Kelby's moving.
I had Kelby in the top 40.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Lynch and Thorson.
Oh,
gonna
Lynch
battle it
is-
out.
Tanner lost
Lynch
his
is putting
spot
it-
to Cy Lynch.
You guys sitting there talking about how tough he had it. He's just rolling through like it's nothing. Invert didn't even phase him.
Got it.
yeah. Well, Thorson got him back.
Nope, Thorson missed the bottom again. See you later.
That's a good pass by him. I always
Whoa.
think Lynch's stuff
like-
works really well when in the slick. Too, honestly, I always think his stuff has
Yo,
pretty good
Jack
grip.
Corbett's going to pass them both.
Oh wow!
You got a huge run.
Holy shit.
He didn't know what to do with that
Whoa.
run.
No. He was so far back he probably didn't realize where Cy was running on track. Sincerely.
Oh, man.
Are you feeling better about things right now, Steve?
Well, I mean, that puts him in a B main.
I mean, basically, Steve's rankings don't lie.
Yeah, like that's what we've said
He went
the whole
backwards in
time.
the
You
heat.
gotta trust his system.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
wake up
basically
and
what he said, the
block
night's
by
not
Tanner
over
Thorson
yet.
on Twitter.
Parker Price Miller might never lose again.
I had
Won
Parker
both his
Price.
races again. Won the heat.
Oh yeah, he had that big 360 weekend, didn't he?
I think he won a 360 show and then backed it up with the 10,000 to win 410 show.
Yeah.
Surely Schatz is going to wax him in this heat race.
Well, if Macri can get that Corbett line hook up, because I don't think anyone in this heat can rip the top like he can. I guess Peck can.
I don't know,
for
Peck.
sure.
Yeah, Peck will be
Yeah.
good.
Did anyone see him just shaking his head when he got called Big Peck Energy at Fremont? Don't think he likes
Who
that
ca-
nickname.
Yeah, well, isn't he selling shirts with it?
I don't know. I just saw after
He
the
should be.
heat, he called him Big Peck Energy. Justin just started shaking his head.
Was he
Justin-
shaking his head about that?
But he was
or
also,
his
but he was also
qualifying
pissed off
efforts?
about. No, he was pissed off about the start of the heat.
Oh yeah,
Crash.
yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if he was pissed off about the nickname or if he was pissed off about the heat still.
He needs to make shirts before national.
Speaking of shirts, Sam, do you have any updates on our shirts?
Yeah, we do. We got a little update. I don't know how you want to do it, Daryl, but we could potentially, I guess, have you post them or something, and maybe
Post them online.
do a poll on what colors or something, because obviously we're going to have two options basically. basically the TDP logo shirt will be one of them. It'll be like a TDP on the pocket, and then on the back, it'll have the whole logo across the back. Be kind of our plain generic shirt, and then we'll have another one that kind of exemplifies a grizzly bear. Have like a grizzly bear paw on the pocket, the driver's project, and then on the back, it'll have all of our names and another huge bear paw on the back. It's a pretty neat looking shirt, and Daryl maybe wants to spice it up a little bit with a few things. If we can pull some triggers on getting that finalized, we can probably put something out pretty soon to show the fans what we have to offer. But there will be two options for sure.
And we could sell them when we get more fans than Rico, Larson, and everyone else at the fan forum at Knoxville Raceway on Wednesday at some time that Bill doesn't remember.
You might as well sell out on Wednesday. You'll be sold out.
Yeah. I assume you guys are ahead of me in the heat started.
Yeah, Donnie's in second. Looks like he's trying to pass Kavanaugh now.
Creed Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh's staying pretty good on the high side.
Creed Kavanaugh said, "Not today, Donnie."
Yeah, no, he's looking really good on the top. He really is.
He actually is.
Macri struggling on the bottom.
The car that Lucius is in gets around Eldora pretty good because Snyder was driving that car last year. Here.
Right.
Yes.
Kurt Michaels.
Looks like Peck's going to start moving.
Oh, mercy.
Uh-oh. I get suspense when you guys say this stuff.
Oh, John Jarrett, poor guy.
Yeah, no crashes at Eldora are ever soft.
Yeah. In fact, one year, Sam and I crashed the Kings Royal and 2 fans left with our frame.
Yeah, but to go back to the shirts, I think what we need to do, obviously, the TDP logo shirt is going to be black. And then the other shirt, I think we probably would like to have some fan feedback on the colors that they would like to see once we do get it posted. That would probably be the only thing holding us back. And then we should have everything ready to sell by Knoxville Nationals, and I'll have it at my merchandise trailer for sale, and then we can probably bring some to the fan forum as well.
Which is at Wednesday at a time that you don't know, correct, Bill?
1:30.
1:30.
1:30, Daryl.
So
good to see
invariably,
Jarrett's getting out of the car there.
So
he got
invariably
injured in a crash at Sharon last year.
Invariably, we're going to end up with Sam.
I think he came down on the wall.
Invariably, we're going to sign up Sam for Wednesday night of the Knoxville Nationals, and Sam will be scrambling to get ready.
Sam and JJ.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Should all be on Wednesday. So,
Kayla Donaldson says we need a Gasm shirt. She's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely going to be next. But I think that shirt would only sell to select fans that actually know what Gasm is.
Yeah, Dom kind of ruined me on that. When they'd hand that box in Victory Lane of the Gasm, I'd be like, "Is that purple? Is it pink?" You know, when they handed the Gasm.
Dom likes to run the purple one.
Yeah,
on a soft setting.
I just didn't know what they were giving the high limit winners last year. If it was what color it was.
I still want to do it at Ward at Knoxville, like the soft Charger in the Knoxville Nationals or something.
The soft Charger,
the guy that backs up the most.
Daryl, you should easily be able to do that. It's easy to sponsor an event. All you got to do is give them money, Daryl.
I think
I'm aware.
I think the 360 race this week, they're having the Anchor Award, which is the same thing. I think it's
$1,000. Yeah, $1,000. Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Back the most. Back it
I mean,
up.
if you're running outside the top 10 and you think you're gonna suck, just go ahead and pull her out of gear.
Is there a $1,000 you ran out of fuel award?
No, I don't think that's on there. I
You
didn't
could
see
throw
that.
that in there.
Damn it! Damn it!
There's going to be tomorrow night at Oskaloosa. There's quite a few contingencies too for the Sprint Invaders. But they're giving away regular.
What's that
tires
pay?
going out of style. I think it's 25 or 3 somewhere now.
Okay.
Sprint Invaders do a good job.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Steve, do you know that Bill works for the Sprint Invaders?
No, I did not know that. So
Yeah.
good thing I didn't say they do a bad job.
I've just been the announcer for 20 years. I don't make any decisions. I just talk about them.
Well, I heard they have a really good announcer.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I heard they had a really
Yes,
good press
it
guy
is.
too.
Yeah, he's
Really good press guy.
I saw Clinton Boyles praising the Sprint Invaders this week. He ran with them. Said
Yeah,
good things about them.
he stepped on it the last lap.
Do you say that when you're announcing?
I
He
did.
stepped on it. Like I
did,
just
but nobody
wonder
could
if you.
hear me because it wasn't on pay per view. So.
I'll tell you what, Kavanaugh is looking really good.
He is looking good.
Best
He
I've
really
seen him look.
is. Macri
You know,
struggle bus.
Chad didn't run the rim
I mean-
like that very much in his career.
No,
Yeah,
not
to
at all.
hold shots off like he's doing is definitely a good job.
And
There's
the
no
car
doubt
looks
about
you
it.
know-
like it's set up nice. Like,
Yeah, he looks
pretty dialed.
really good.
And I imagine he's nervous as shit too. That's what impressed me about Lucius. You know, Lucius had nervous last night, and he still didn't race like it at all.
Yeah, but man, he raced at Kennedale a couple times when it was heavy like that. I mean, he looked really good, like down there. Like I thought, he didn't look like he was backing down there either. Like I say, I think he's, time will tell, but I think he definitely has the it factor.
He was in the dash at Talladega, wasn't he? Or was it
He was
Kennedale?
in-
Yeah,
Two.
he
He
ran
made a
he
couple
ran
dashes.
fourth in the feature.
Yeah.
He ran fourth in the
Ooh,
feature.
ooh.
Macri.
I think he was trying a little payback there to Macri and didn't really work.
Someone's
Mavericks
asking if the
cars.
shirts will be
Not very
available
good.
online. I assume
Yes.
we'd have them on
I
sale on Dom and Sam's sites. I would assume.
Yeah, we will definitely. I don't know how we'll navigate it, but I'll definitely have them on my site once we get them. For sure, we'll have them available to buy.
How about old Creed? Let's give a tip of the cap to Creed.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he did a good job, man.
Yep.
He did a really good
He
job.
deserves his flowers for that.
I still remember when Chad was on the tour. Shit, Sam. How old would he have been out on the tour? He was hilarious when you'd see him.
Yeah, he's a pretty comical guy. For people that don't know him, he's a pretty funny dude.
He's awesome. Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
Creed
What do you
Kavanaugh's
think,
having
like-
a good night. He's the only one who changed Torgerson's tire, and then came out and won his heat afterwards.
That's karma.
So do they show the helicopter because that means Tony's coming or what?
Is Rico's car still attached to it?
I think Dom's coming in, isn't he?
Yeah. Dom right now is surrounded by Disney princesses and his kids.
Oh, is he? Okay. He's in Anaheim, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he gets home Friday and then he goes racing. But until then, he's daddy daycare in Disney.
He's committed.
Yeah. Creed's looking pretty stoked there. can't hear a word, but I'm pretty sure he's thanking us. I'm pretty sure he's thanking Sam and I for the good times when he was a little kid back on the road.
I don't think he remembers those times, Daryl.
I don't think he does either.
It seems like Chad like makes Creed, like he's working really hard in the shop. You see a lot of Creed's videos and stuff. Like, so I like supporting guys like that and seeing them do well.
They've been committed, like driving out to Knoxville. They're probably been out there 3 or 4 times for weekly shows, and they've been really committed to racing a lot of different places, and out in Pennsylvania and out in Knoxville.
They do Volusia every year too.
Yep, they do.
I always feel bad for normal humans when they go to Volusia. Because you go down there and you got this little bit of hope, and then 40 of them just beat the crap out of you because they're insane.
It's like baseball spring training. Everybody thinks they're gonna have a great year. They hit Volusia.
Make the team.
Boom.
Yeah, best off season I've ever had. Blah blah blah, and then reality hits. So, Steve, how are we looking here?
What?
How are we looking here on your top 40? Are we respectable? What do we think?
Well, I did not have Creed coming on my top 40, so
gonna regret that.
You struck out on that.
Honestly, I think it looks decent. Snyder probably is hurting me a little bit because I was a little high on him.
Are the
Did
features
Tim's
straight up?
get in, or is Tim's in the B?
Are the features lined straight up? You guys know?
I think
There's another wheel. There's a
again.
new wheel with 10 numbers on it, I think.
Okay.
Tim's is in the B.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's hurting me.
Snyder's in the B.
Other than that, I think
Sweet,
I'm doing
Thorson,
pretty
and
decent.
Dietrich's are in the B.
Well, yeah, Brad's definitely hurting me.
So it's basically the lineup of the first A feature is Shoehart on the pole. So they're straight up.
Unless they haven't.
No, I
don't
think they
think
do
they've
have to
done it
spin
yet.
the wheel again.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think they still
I think
spin.
there's another invert.
But that basically tells you your points right there.
Yeah.
Shoehart's
Yeah.
point
Shoehart, Larson, Rico, Brady, Sheldon, Courtney, Randall, Persley, McFadden, Marks are the top 10.
Correct me if I'm
Okay,
wrong,
so I
Steve.
was
Isn't the
way
wheel
off
like
on Chase
21,
Randall.
22, 23, or 24? Is that what the inverts are? my
Full field.
And then Group B's Gravel, Macedo, Lynch, Reitzel, Corey Day, Macri, Peck, PPM, Selzy, and Axum.
I'm way better on that side of things. Group B, I look smarter. Group B is making me look smarter. Chase Randall's making me look real bad, actually. Probably worse than Tanner Thorson.
Was Randall not in your top 40?
Nope.
I'd have had him in my top 40. Come on.
He struggles here. And honestly, like when he was in the 2KS car, they were going pretty good on half miles in that car.
I'm remembering he wasn't good at Eldora, though, in the 2
Yeah, that's
2KS
that
when I
car.
was there.
He was decent at Knoxville in that car. But ever since like they've gone back to their own deal, I feel like he's struggled a lot on the bigger stuff.
I don't think that split was good for either team. The way I understand it, it had to happen, but that like people take their shots at the 2KS now, but at that time they were regularly making Knoxville Nationals, and I think he made it 1 year off the backstretch, which is impressive in itself.
what would have got on the
But
wheel?
yeah, I don't
8 or
think
10? 8, 9, and 10. Oh, there's a 6 in there. There's a couple 6s.
So who can end up on the pole then? Who's the 8? Who are the guys there? If we know it's 8,
I can't
6, or
remember
10.
right now.
8th
trying to
is
pull it up.
Pursley and Randall would be on the front with 8.
Oh, that would be Randall, not top 40 Randall? Is that the
Brown,
Randall we're
Brown
talking
and
about?
Marks would be on the front with 10. 6 would be Sheldon and Courtney. But this is gravel, isn't he in the second group?
Yes.
All right, we better look at that one then.
Well, are they spinning the wheel? Is it for both features the same number?
You would think. I would think it would be the same for both.
I think you got to if you're giving points.
He must be the overall
yeah,
point
true.
leader, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's a lengthy conversation.
As everybody asked if gravel's going to high limit next year.
Why would he? I guess is my question.
I've
I
heard more
agree.
chatter about that last year than this year.
Yeah, people wanted to talk about it last time, and I just feel your gravel should threaten to do it.
I feel like the tracks don't fit him as well as the tracks he races at regularly now.
10 it is.
I think that's
And it is. So is
That sounds
benefits
easy. That's a
Chase
nice
Randall, doesn't it?
With Geo and Axum
Yeah,
on the
10.
front.
That's nothing.
I'll never forget Gio was he was running up front in the $100,000 race, and it was like a really big delay. So I called up Dom on FaceTime because I was at Eldora, letting Dom watch the final 4 laps because they weren't on TV yet. And the very first corner I showed him was Gio just absolutely junking the thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
then you have Marks on the pole of the second one, and I think that he'll run away with that thing.
With J Mac is
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Marks will run away with that.
That second row of Pursley and Randall, you wouldn't think would be very.
So Bill, how much are pit passes going to be at the Knoxville Nationals?
You asking me how much pit passes are?
Roughly,
How-
I got
how
an
am I
idea.
supposed to
I'm
know?
going.
Like
I'm going
50 bucks,
somewhere.
aren't they?
I'm going somewhere. Okay, that's what I'm going for. I've heard someone told me today King's Royal Pit Pass is like $65. Do we have confirmation on that? That seemed a little spicy to me, but I didn't actually get an official.
I know they get sold out about 2 p.m. for Knoxville. Day of the race. Usually.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can charge that price because people are going to buy them. To be honest, I'm
Well,
not
maybe
saying it's
let's
the
think
greatest
of it
thing in
was
the
that-
world.
What made me think of it is I was looking at the packed parking area for Eldora there when they did the overhead shot there. I was like, yeah, it's jammed again.
Yeah, but like I
It's
think
full.
pit passes, if you compared it to the prices of the rest of the world, I don't think it's went up like the rest of the world has. To be honest, like these tracks, I don't think their prices are matching what the amount the rest of the world's gone up on everything. Like I really truly believe that. I know the prices have went up, but not near as much as everything else has in this world.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I have a whole nother complicated view on inflation. I
Go
mostly
ahead,
think
Daryl.
it's
We got
bullshit.
time.
Is it a
There's no
Canadian
racing
view?
going on right now.
We don't have time. No, we don't have time. It's complete bullshit, though.
I think we have time.
It's also not about racing.
Yeah, but
I
we're
just-
not. There's no racing going on right now.
Every company just abuses it, and inflation is bullshit, and it's not a real thing. companies just start getting away with it, and it forces other companies to do it, and it forces other companies to do it, and all of a sudden you have actual real inflation. But I think it starts out as a lot of bullshit.
Well, I'm glad you have that viewpoint, Daryl.
Okay, let me give you fuel. Fuel prices have gone up. Okay, they're already basically saying when the war ends, fuel prices are not going to go down to pre-war levels. Well, why not? Fuck off. Oh, there goes
Sean said, don't get started on politics. He was really liking the show before you started talking about that.
I tried to avoid it like 6 times, but you kept poking the bear. No, I'm going
to text my wife and ask her for a drink.
Just one small area gets time to jack prices, and then everyone else just takes advantage of it. And then all of a sudden you do have real inflation. Where'd Steve go on us?
He's adjusting his rankings.
Yeah, he's on Excel right now. Bill, what are we doing in the 90s history?
I'm ready to go.
Bill, what are we doing in the 90s history?
Whatever you say.
Should we do it right now? Should we go right now?
No, I think we need the proper build-up for it. That's a big one.
So basically, Steve Kinzer is the 90s?
Oh, there's a lot in the 90s.
No? There's several.
Gary Wright, big time.
You got Kinzer winning the title. You got Dave Blaney winning the title. You got Sammy winning the title. You start getting some, like Blaney winning the title that was the year everyone was waiting for.
Was that 96, Daryl?
No, that was Mark Kinzer. 95, but that was like 97 with Sammy. 97 Blaney won the Nationals.
Yeah. And then went to NASCAR.
But yeah, like everyone was waiting for, okay, who's going to win a title when Sammy and Steve aren't, and Dave Blaney was the answer.
The Buckeye Bullet.
I was about to say the Buckeye Bullet. Brothers with the best sprint car names in sprint car racing. Hey, you got lucky here, Steve, according to one of our chat members. Had Thorson transferred out of his heat, he would have been on the pole, according to them.
Oh my gosh. That would have been really bad for me.
Yeah, then you would probably have to take some time off from doing rankings.
Yeah,
yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt the brand.
Just like the weathermen, they have to take time off when they're wrong.
I need Snyder to run away with this to make me look better.
I don't know that he needs to run away with it, but I think he's getting in the A main for you.
Does Tim's look better here, Sam? You think?
Well, I think the track's going to start suiting his car pretty soon. And then the other issue is he's going to be back in dirty air. Like, I think their car come like Saturday night Kings Royal time could be a car that would win on that surface.
Right.
But I think like it's kind of like the Port Royal deal. The first night they ran like 18th or something. And obviously nobody knows what they're doing to their race car, but you can tell like the nights where they have it figured out, and you can really see the adjustments they make to make improvements. And you could just tell from the heat race till now, his car looks so much better than it did. The left front's not bobbing up and down as much, but it still has the drive to it. Like, I think that's the thing that Tim's car has that allows him, to win the Nationals and to win Port by so much the other year. If you look at it, like they just have so much drive and speed in the slick, and a lot of guys just don't have that. Like at Knoxville, in the nights where he's really good, I honestly think a few of those nights he wasn't going all out. Like, and maybe he was, but I saw him one night, I think Austin kind of running back down, and he got back away from him pretty easily. So I think they have a pretty good handle on what they've got going on at Knoxville, and I think they've tried quite a few things this year because their cars look a little bit different, and I think they're kind of back to where they need to be. And I sure as hell wish I knew what they were trying.
Right. We have the
He's sporty.
Oh,
we have the
doors
car
and
from the
lots of bays.
Nationals. We have the car from the Nationals in the window from last year, and a lot of crew people coming in and measuring that shit.
I believe it. I believe it. But and I think honestly, Ryan really complements that car really well too with his style of driving and stuff. I think he believes in a lot what Shane says, and I think that propels him to be even better. Like it's a combination type thing. It's to win the way they won and to be as good as they've been. You got to have both. You got to have a guy that believes in the driver and a driver that believes in the mechanic.
And I think it was the best thing for him to move out to Rapid City. He's got a job out there. He works for them, and he's mowing yards. He's doing stuff out there, stuff that he didn't do.
Sure. No, that's great.
And I think he's learning a lot from that aspect of life too, and just the chemistry they have, like you talked about, is just pretty unbelievable, actually.
Someone asked from a tech perspective, what is all done to the top three after the feature? Do they do tire tests, take the mag? What all do they do? Honestly, it would surprise you how little they do. I feel pretty confident saying that. I feel like Knoxville and ASCS do the most tech after a race. Sam, would you agree with that?
From what I've seen, I mean, and I don't race with a lot of, I race with Power. I race with a couple other series, but, ASCS isn't doing as much this year as they used to, but they still do stuff every night for the most part. But Knoxville is, and always has been, above and beyond everybody on tech. And rightfully so. I mean, I always think, back in the day, it was World of Outlaws and Knoxville were the gold standard, and I think when it comes to that stuff, like I feel like at 360 Nationals, they tech about as hard as they do anything. Not to say they don't in the 410, but the 360 Nationals, with the head rule the way it is, I mean, you really have to tech that thing good if you're going, if we're going with ASCS rules. That head is subject to be cheated up very easily. So, I feel like they do proper tech, and I think they always have. And as many times as I think I won, 3 prelims or something. I don't know, maybe more. But every time I've won one, I mean, we've gotten tore down pretty heavily, and I think it's a good thing. I think the way they do everything that they do there, the tire sampling. Just the fuel, they check fuel after qualifying. It seems like almost every night. It just keeps everybody honest.
Yeah, I think he's actually asking, like, what did they actually do? So, like, in the course of
what they do.
Yeah, so at the end of a World of Outlaw night, I haven't been with you when you're top 3 with High Limit. But at the end of a World of Outlaw night, basically it's been when we've been over the scales, we've been good. Check your weighing, done. Whereas on ASCS, we're almost always getting the motor checked in some way. Is that fair to say, Sam?
Yeah, they'll stick a no-go gauge down the ports or take a picture of the port, stuff of that nature. Check your stacks, make sure they're proper. And I think Knoxville, they're not far off of doing all that stuff. I mean, they do.
Yeah, I think they're the gold standard. I feel like the Outlaws do more pre-race tech than most people do. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, I would say the Outlaws and High Limit are both on top of that. I know after the race at TMS last year, High Limit, we actually pushed our cars into like an area. I don't feel like they did bunch of tech, but they did enough to where it was, like checking wings, measuring wings, making sure wings are flat, things of that nature. And I think them doing any type of, and I think most of the time it's always something a little different, no matter what the series is. I want to say at Kennedale last year, they were checking like bleeders and axles to make sure we didn't have like the bleeders that the high limit guys can run. Just stuff like that. I mean, it's always something different, and I commend them for it.
Yeah, and I think the other thing oh God, I don't want to say my normal line. The other thing you have to factor in is a lot of times there's a pretty decent overnight drive, so they're not wanting to keep teams there for a long, long time when you might have to go 4 hours down the road overnight.
Sure. I mean, I think teching within reason is always the proper thing. Like back in the day, say a guy wanted to tear you down and whatever that costs to do or whatever the case was, you'd have to be real like, okay, well, we're racing tomorrow night. Okay, well, then maybe you check a part number on a cylinder head or whatever it is, a serial number, and say, okay, well, we'll check that, after the weekend or something. But usually a lot of that stuff we don't go that far anymore because we don't have to. We have scopes and things like that. They pump motors for cubic inch pretty often as well.
I think people would like more teardowns, but I don't think people realize the reality. Like, we won't name names, but at one year there was like a guy that was basically threatening to tear down your motor during Speed Week until you had no more motors. Basically, like you had 2 engines at the time, and he was basically threatening to tear down both. And you're like, how does this work? Without saying names.
Well, you just because how would it work? If you got a guy and you pull his heads off of his motors, I mean, that's not like a quick turnaround for a lot of guys. So that's not a generic thing where a guy just bolts his heads back on and you go racing. So, which, like I say, we've gotten past all that stuff in recent years, and with the way they have to check everything now, like that's not something that gets done. But no, I mean, as far as tech's concerned, I think the only thing that, traction control was brought up the last couple of years pretty heavily. And I still feel like we've never had a real good way to check for any of that stuff. But I also feel like on the other side, I don't think a lot of guys are probably doing it as much anymore either. So maybe just the scare of talking about it has ran some guys off from doing it. And I'm sure some guys still do, but I think that was probably the only thing that has ever been ran that is never like a fully foolproof way to go, okay, yeah, they're not running traction control. I think a lot of guys have learned how to hide it through the years really well. But like I say, I think it's something that guys aren't doing much of anymore.
Yeah, like I think the other thing worth stating is I think this is the least people have suspected other teams. Wouldn't you say that's fair to say, Sam? Like,
yeah, I think a couple of years ago it was like guys were like, oh man, he's got to be running it. This guy's got to be running it. And now, like, you don't really see a lot of guys real worried about it anymore. So I'm assuming that, it's probably just not being done. If I was a guessing, man, I mean, like I say, there's always going to be somebody doing this stuff, but I don't think it's as at the forefront like it used to be. I think it was something guys really tried to run before, and I think now it seems like they backed off of it or the thought of it, I guess.
Yeah, but even in the 60s, you don't get accused of cheating anymore. Like, you've raced enough of the 410 guys at Volusia and Arizona for people to see, you're quite beatable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, we used to get accused of cheating all the time. And now I feel like, that's not really there as much anymore. And it's not like we're not winning anymore. We still are. But I think it's just finally maybe the realization that, okay, we just are that fast in that division, and we aren't cheating, like, I don't know if that's what goes on. And maybe some guys still believe that. I don't know. Like I always tell everybody, I said, I know our motors run really good, and I know our cars are really good. And maybe they believe that, maybe they don't think we're cheating. I don't know. And maybe before they didn't think we were, or maybe they did. I don't know. I know, like, through all the years that we've been subject to tech, I mean, I don't feel like there's anybody been teched more than me in the last 10 years.
Well, Steve, Thorson made the A. That puts him in the top 40 here. What do you think?
Well, does it? There's still 48 cars alive, right?
You're sticking with your guns.
He's in there, man. You gotta, hey, when you make an observation, you gotta stay strong.
I honestly think his observation's pretty good. Steve, I don't know if you've said them on air, but actually back up why you have him ranked so low or unranked. At least explain to people why. It's not like, oh, you think Tanner Thorson sucks.
We're not gonna say so low. We're gonna say, why do you not have him ranked any higher?
Yeah. So what I did actually, a lot of the times when I do these rankings and stuff, I do more of a recency thing, kind of like the last 3-4-ish years of results at, for this would be Eldora. I'll look into that. Then I'll also look into comparable tracks, which sometimes is difficult, but it kind of just do Port Royal and Knoxville and Eldora into one group here, just because guys who are generally good at those tracks, tend to have speed at all of them. Some guys are just better at one than the others. But for Thorson, I think it's 29 starts since 2024 at Knoxville, Port Royal, and Eldora. His average finish is 33.6 in those 29 starts. His average time trial in those starts is 27.5. If you take out some of the extreme bad finishes from the Knoxville Nationals and stuff, where his finish is technically like a 70 or something, his average finish only improves up to 26.4 on half miles. So he's just really struggling. And like I said earlier, Eldora is probably his best half mile. He's had, I think, the only 2 top 10s he's had in half miles have both come at Eldora. But he has 0 top 5s and obviously 0 wins. So that's kind of why I pushed him down. It's like, I think Tanner Thorson's a hell of a wheelman. And I remember when we were on here a couple months ago, I was talking about Tanner Thorson might win the high limit title. So I've changed my opinion on that, obviously, a little bit, but that's kind of why I have him ranked, 41st.
Who are some guys that are on your list that people have challenged you on, and why do you have them there?
A lot of people wanted Chase Dietz higher, and I actually think if how the night's going, those people might be correct at this stage in the night. But that was just strictly like he doesn't have a ton of laps at Eldora. I think last year was the first time he ran this event, so it's just hard to rank, Dietz against some of the national touring guys when he hasn't really raced against them that much this year. But
no, I don't know if people realize how much of a numbers guy Bill W is. Bill, can you pull up his top 40 ranking and give us your thoughts on it?
Well, you got to tell me where it is, then I'll pull it up.
It's on Twitter and Facebook.
What's that?
And Facebook.
Facebook.
You don't follow Master Gassers, Bill?
Either
follow
or.
Honest Stuff,
It's on
too.
both.
Well, I think Cam Smith kind of saved you there in that last B. He made that late pass.
So I'm way off on Cy Lynch.
What else jumps out at you, Bill?
Well, I'm looking at the
And you
list.
don't get to use the results. Stuff that you think if you were just looking at it before the race started.
Okay.
And Bill is a huge numbers guy.
JJ would seem to think you'd have Zerfoss way too high. He's more of a
Yeah.
what was the number? JJ had him at
In the
66 or something.
In the 60s.
Yeah.
That was when he was with the World Outlaws. Yeah.
Yeah, and then everybody else had him like in the 40s, and then JJ's like
Yeah.
hard 66.
I don't know. Having gravel down at 8. Has anybody challenged you on that?
Oh,
Well,
I feel
David
like
Gravel
they should
doesn't
have.
have too many fans online. Usually when I do power rankings and I rank gravel first, then people start getting mad. But I think I did this. I had gravel a little bit higher, and honestly, the numbers pretty much say that gravel should be probably second.
I would have had him at 2.
Yep. And it was just more of there's something a little bit off about them right now, in my opinion. Like I just think that Schuhart and Marks and well, Macri's hard to say because he was injured, but and Sheldon just have a lot of speed right now. So I think they have more speed than the two on bigger tracks.
I feel like they're untouchable. I feel like Rico would be my 1. Gravel would be my 2. Larson would be my 3. Sweet would be my 4.
You got to move Reitzel up there.
Yeah, Schuhart and Reitzel would be my next ones.
And Macri.
Macri, I'd have had the same worries you would. Like,
Well, I have him pretty high, but honestly, like the way I felt about it is like Macri, Reitzel, and kind of even Larson, like to me, are kind of like similar, very hard to rank.
I can see Sheldon being that high too, just the way he's been running lately this year. So,
Steve, you think he's his best chance to win the Kings
Yeah.
Royal this year, don't you? I think I saw you rate that today.
Yep, I do. It's just, I mean, I think we've seen it here in the last like month or two. Like they're definitely clicking, and Sheldon has his best average finish of his career right now. So
and he's finishing races. That's the difference too.
well,
A lot
just
of-
forget about Attica. Well, did they get back out from the work area?
they got back out, but they were limping around.
Oh yeah, they were laps down.
You don't have
That's what I
anything
see.
else to pick apart there. You don't have anything else to pick apart in that top 40, Bill. You're telling me he did a damn good job.
You're asking somebody from the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum to pick apart drivers.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I guess when you get past the top 10, you can throw them in a bag.
My takeaway that I told Steve before this was I'd see guys at like 25 and be like, you can't have him there. And then I'd look up and be like, well, who the hell am I going to put him ahead of?
Right.
That was my takeaway from it. Anything jump out at you, Sam? Because you're not afraid of pissing off the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum.
Yeah, I thought the whole top 10 was not where I would put it, but I mean, obviously,
You're pretty specific about
I mean, if you want me to comment, I'll get in there.
Get after it.
Get in
Okay,
there.
hold on. Let me get in there. Hold on.
People were
That's
mad about Buddy being at 17, but again, he's just not like this isn't his forte.
Yeah, Buddy's never showed promise at Eldora. I mean, he's been okay, but yeah, I mean, Rico, you definitely have to have it number 1. I'm more of a Reitzel guy up into the top 5. Larson, obviously, in the top 5. I don't think Macri, after a back injury, comes back to a place like this and does extremely well until the track gets to a certain spot. I definitely have Gravel in the top 5. I don't know how you can't have him in there. And I mean, that's the only things I'd really change. I mean, I think the people that are in the top 10 are the people that need to be in the top 10. I would just move it around. And I think Carson Macedo should be way higher than he is, because Carson always runs good at Eldora, it seems like to me.
And I think shots too.
You
got shots at 16. I'd probably at Eldora. I'd probably put him in the top 10. Somewhere else, I might not. But.
It's just hard right now to place Donnie ahead of anyone in the top 10. I'd say that Garrett Williamson's probably too high, just because, he does have some pretty good runs here, but I don't know. That was just more of how he's been running in the last month. And he's very good at he has half-mile speed.
Yeah, I'm coming with Sam on Macri too, coming off the injury, But.
Yeah, this is a tough, people can say whatever, but this is a tough place to race. And I'm not even going to say race scared, because that's not the right thing. But Eldora is a tough place to get confidence and really run hard at. And I think coming off of an injury like that, it might keep him away from doing some things that he would have done there in the past to make him successful. And I was totally wrong on before Speed Week. I thought that, obviously the 23 was good, but Macri was every bit as good every night. And I didn't think he would come back that fast and that hard as he did. And it was very impressive, to be honest.
It is night after night after night like that.
Yeah, and I thought he did a really good coming back. Anytime you come back from something like that, that's not something that's small. That was a catastrophic injury, and I think it's kind of why you saw Courtney's slow start this year, just getting comfortable again and being okay with everything. And now all of a sudden, Courtney looks like he's on fire, and everything's coming together. And I think that's a lot to do with it. I mean, we're human beings. We're not machines. And these guys, the sport that we play with every night, it can intimidate you. And I think before you ever have injuries like that, it's not a big deal. But then when you do, I think you take a second and you look at things from a different vantage point. And like I say, these guys bouncing back as good as they are, I don't think people realize how courageous that is. It's a lot of people couldn't do that. A lot of people just throw in the towel when they have an injury like that. So I think it's badass that these guys are bouncing back the way that they do and the way that they have. And, I commend them. Not a lot of people can do that.
That's 2 years in a row too, right? Because he hurt his back the year before too.
He had him back to back, yeah. Just looking at his face after he got out of the car at Williams Grove the first night of Speed Week, he looked like he was hurting. He said that was big, and he talked about it. So, I didn't know if he made it, but he did.
Do you guys remember Macedo's injury before he won Florida last year, the opening night? Oh, God.
Yeah, with his leg?
Yeah. That did not look pretty. James McFadden on the front row. I love that the Tarleton team's traveling like they are.
Oh, it's good on them. It looks good. It's awesome. And they traveled with speed everywhere they went.
Last year.
Did so James awesome to see McFadden last year? It was so awesome to see McFadden in Australia. I got to see him this winter, so that was awesome. See him over there racing,
Yeah, he's got a pretty lights out team over there.
Yeah, he does.
I think he's starting an engine business down there. He's got one going too.
Yeah,
but he's either started or is about to.
How many laps for these features?
25.
25.
25?
Yep.
Are they doing a shake-up dash before, Bill?
Are you talking about Sprint Invaders now?
No.
Yep. Bill's got the Sprint Invader shake-up dash.
The Sprint Invaders did away with the shake-up a few years ago.
That's because it couldn't have been more confusing.
When it confuses the announcer for 15 years, you got to change it.
So I wasn't the only one.
My wife just called it the fake dash. She was right.
How's your wife doing? Is she doing okay tonight?
She's doing good. She's in a 30-degree laying down position right now, so we're good. So I just went down
when
to
you've
check
been
on her.
leaving it. When you've been leaving, has that been to check on her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's bored. but
Is she
other
a
than that-
racing? Is she a racing person?
She likes racing. Yeah. She'd probably be better to come on here and talk shit about drivers than I am. But
So when we go to the talking shit segment, you should bring her on.
yeah, she should just take
Yeah.
my place probably. Yeah.
You did good on talking shit.
Yeah, I can talk shit. She'd talk about people standing in front of you during the feature, or people coming up in the bleachers during the green flag and wanting to sit down and all that stuff. She's right.
I
She'd
know.
talk about the bad bathrooms at certain restaurants or certain tracks and all that stuff. So she'd be good.
Someone's asking you, Bill, is it worth the money to go down and watch in Australia?
It's really once you get there, it's a cheap vacation because their dollar is only like 60% ours. So I mean, if you stay in $100 hotel, it's $60 American. You know, it's pretty cheap down there, and I think it's worth it. I was able to see 7 nights of racing in like 11 days and 4 different tracks. And yeah, so I think it's worth it if you time it and make sure you see other stuff besides the racing because that's something that I made sure that I saw because who knows when I'll get down there again. So if you need a travel agent, I can do it. So
Have you only gone once?
just the once. Yep.
Are you doing Canadian Nationals again this year?
I think is it during the late models this year again? It's during something.
No idea. Lucas Oil Hockett is about the only thing I know for sure.
Okay. Well, there's a good chance of it. There's going to be a good chance I'd make it up there next week, but with my wife the way she is, I don't think we'll make it. That should be a good show.
Yeah, it's I always love when the Outlaws come up here.
And I would, as an
I love
American,
when-
I would recommend it.
I always love when the Outlaws have to run tracks they're not used to.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, we
you
talked
get your
about that
Connor
earlier.
Morales running second.
We talked
You
about
get
that
your Connor
earlier.
Morales running second.
With Stuart Friesen winning up the Outlaw show up there, and it's just a different track. And
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
we
do
got-
not-
Who you got winning this race, Daryl?
I'm gonna give you guys the front row because I'm a nice guy.
that is nice.
I already picked Brent Marks a long time ago.
Yeah, I feel like that's the obvious one. I'm gonna go with Sheldon to be a nice guy.
He's way back there, Daryl.
Starting
back in
sixth,
row
isn't
3.
he?
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
take that even
this day and
further back.
age, this day and age, that's way back.
That's way back for
I'll
Daryl.
go Schuhart. He's 10th, ain't he?
Yeah.
Logan
Yeah,
and
I'll take
Kyle.
Logan.
I'll take.
Oh,
Are you taking
I should
Logan?
have taken
Steve?
Rico.
Yeah.
I should have taken Rico.
No. Someone has to take Rigo.
I'll
Should have been me.
Who's
You're
taking
making me take him,
the
I'll take
57?
No one's gonna take Larson. That's true.
I have
But
my
feel like
I have my top. If Larson starts in the top 5 rows, you have to pick him rule. But I feel like this is a place where when the track's a certain way, he makes less of a difference. And I feel like this is the kind of track where he makes less of a difference.
I've never seen him spin out 2 times in 2 nights ever in my life. So that was different.
3 times,
To watch
including
less.
the NASCAR race.
It's definitely not normal Kyle Larson.
Who's hard charger?
Tim's. I think Tim's gets to like 11th or so.
I'll take Snyder for the sake of my rankings.
Who's hard charging? Donnie Schatz is hard charging it.
He could
Oh,
do
for
some
sure.
I think
damage.
he's outside the top 10.
I didn't even. That's on me. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Or Kyle Larson.
I do think this was like worst case starting spot for Dietz.
Yeah, I think Brady Bacon's going to come out of this night smelling like a rose, too. I think he's going to be in good shape at the end of this.
Man, Brent looks so
Sheldon
good.
looks good.
Where are you guys in the video? I'm just rolling down the backstretch for the start.
We're about.
Oh no, we're
We're racing.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Sheldon's passing Courtney
Sheldon's
right
McFadden
now.
good.
About to get
Sheldon
McFadden.
dueling.
Sheldon's good. He's real good.
Who picked
Randall
him?
getting on the wall.
When Sheldon gets on the top and gets clear of McFadden, he might run him down.
Abreu's getting into the top 5 very soon here.
Someone told me
Percy's
that
already back tonight.
Looks like Joel Myers is in charge and is using the B, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
he was. So we got Pursley for the soft charger so far.
Yeah, he looks. He's in ninth. I mean, I don't know if you call that soft charging.
Randall's looking pretty sporty, honestly.
Yeah, I can't believe Randall's holding on as good as he is. He looks good.
Larson 7th. Do we know how far Marks is out front?
2 seconds. But as
Then
soon as Hod actually cleared, which he looks like he's going to clear McFadden for good this time. I say that, and there's McFadden again.
there you got him, I think.
But as soon as he does, it's kind of inevitable. I think once he gets up on the top and gets some momentum going, he's going to run him down.
I thought Schuhart would have a little more, but he's behind some pretty tough guys right now.
Yeah, and his car is real tough in dirty air until the track gets slowed down enough. I think that's something they've struggled with a bunch this year.
Ooh. Yeah, I see what you were.
Killing each other.
Yeah.
Killing each other.
But if that's Larson coming to drive by him, that's impressive for Larson.
Wow.
He's coming. Oh, they almost did it again.
Yeah, he did.
You need
They're
to tell him this
trying.
isn't. You need to tell them this isn't outlaw carts.
They're back at Red
These boys
Bluff.
are getting after it. Yeah.
Chase Randall doesn't know what's happening behind him.
No.
He's about
He's coming
to.
in front of him
He's-
really quick.
He's about to know.
Nope, Schuhart has
Here comes
entered.
Logan.
the
Yep.
frame.
Yep.
Oh wow. I'm telling you, this is the best track I've seen at Eldora in quite a while.
I want to know
Sheldon's
where
slowly
Hod is
closing
compared to
in.
Mark.
I think the
Randall's
second
better.
feature is going to be even better than this one.
Oh yeah, Sheldon's there.
Yeah, and he's not even running the top; he's through the middle. That's even more impressive.
Now Kyle's
Larson's
coming like a
getting
mother.
by McFadden.
Yeah.
Daryl, I thought you said this was a track that he couldn't pass on.
No, I said that he makes less of a difference on.
Sunshine is coming.
Damn it.
I'm telling you, dude, they've got a really good racetrack.
Oh, that was
This
close.
would be a really hard race to be a Jackson for. Like, knowing
Oh,
where to pick
oh,
him.
oh.
This.
Marks is gone again.
Yeah, he cleared a couple of them lappers and got moving.
It's fixing to be a really good race for second, third, and fourth.
It's only 5
Just
to
for the
go,
record,
though.
Larson
There
still
you
makes
go.
a difference.
That
making
is
a difference.
insane.
Jesus.
We were talking about it on Wing Nation today, and they were like, "Well, what do you find the funnest thing about the pod?" And I said, honestly, it's about like if we make an obvious statement, like Larson might be the best driver we've ever seen in a sprint car, and the old timers like telling everybody, "Oh, there's no way, he couldn't hold Sammy, Steve, and Wolfgang's helmet bag and this and that," and it's like. And for us, we just think it's an obvious, right? And they just don't. And I said, but that's the cool side about it is because number one, they watch us, so that's cool. And then number two, they have an opinion that's not ours, and you don't please everybody.
Oh,
Chase Randall.
green, white, checker.
Oh, boy.
He did it.
Oh,
for
boy.
games.
Wah, wah, wah.
Larson
You're right,
for the
man.
win from third on the restart.
Yeah,
You know, when Steve Kinzer was winning, there were people saying, "Oh, Tommy Hintershitz was better, Gus Schrader was better back in the day." So they're just like,
And I'll tell you, the person that told it to me best, I'd always ask Rick Ferkel. I said, "Well, hey, Rick, how good were you?" Like, because I never got to see him race, right?
Yeah.
And Rick is a very humble man, so it'd be really hard for him to tell you anything. But he said, Sam, he goes, all I can tell you when it comes to racing, I raced the best guys I could race in the time I raced them. And that's what he would say. And that's the way I think about all this stuff now. Like,
right.
I got the race with Steve late in his career, and he was still great. I got the race with Sammy late in his career. He was still great. But like, when I've raced with Larson, it's like, it was just like, it's a whole different level. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. And I really feel like he changed this age of racing, the way we drive the cars, the way everybody races hard. I think he's changed it. He just has.
See Kyle and
He about-
Sheldon getting a little
Yeah, he
spicy.
about made them change the front end on that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just 100% all the time, especially these national series.
That's
And
Oh, for sure. That was my biggest thing. Like I told people back in the day, and then I'll get hammered again for it, but I don't care. Like I felt like we could run 80% some part of the race and then turn it on 100 at some parts of the race. But now it's like 110 all the time. And I think that Jai Corbett, he even kind of alluded to it from the way they race in Australia.
yeah, that's what I was going to say about
He-
when I went over. Yeah.
He said it's just like you come over here and these guys are just wide open all the time. Okay, here we go. What do you got, Daryl? Come on.
3
I already picked my guy. I got to live with it.
Larson's going to have a hell of a run when he gets to turn one. And my internet just slowed up like yours does. That's so nice.
It's awesome.
I don't know.
Everybody's
Brent looks
tuning in.
really good.
Well, you won the race, Sam. So there you go.
Well, I figured he would win. He's starting up front, and he's been super fast lately.
Yeah, like Tim's when he went over to Australia, he's used to going 100 all the time. And, he starts lapping guys. Those guys are really slow. And he got into the back of them a couple of those races. Got into the wall because
Sure.
they're not going 100, It's like,
Right.
You gotta drive different. You know, it's like you're going 100, but they aren't, man.
Yeah, it is a different. Like, and I'm telling you, from a driving standpoint, it is a big difference nowadays than what it used to be.
I'll tell you what shocked me most is Bill came on here and said he didn't really want to trash drivers because he's from the Hall of Fame. First thing he does is just trash these Australians for being slow. I don't think that's really classy.
I trash Australian drivers and Canadian drivers because they're not part of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. So I see what I'm saying.
Hey, I picked the Hart Charger, Ryan Timms. I did do that as well.
Did he get hard?
So Bill is the resident expert on Canadian sprint car racing. To people that don't know, a $10,000 bounty's been put on Dylan Westbrook.
That's right.
As resident Canadian sprint car expert, who is going to be the guy that beats him for it?
Nick Sheridan.
Are you basing that on the one race you've seen in your life? Because he's not had a good year.
No, he's had a top 5 or 2 lately.
He won the only race where we had on black. He did win the race.
Who are your picks to click?
The guys that I feel like have been close are Darren Dryden, DJ Christie, Sheridan Can, and Sam. Who am I missing? Who's your pick to beat him for the?
I think Turner.
Obviously
I think Ryan Turner will turn something around here pretty soon, and then all of a sudden hit something. To be honest.
That's
Corey
Ryan
Turner,
Turner's
and then Skyler, obviously from our team. I'd like to pick.
I think you got to watch Dryden and with the Outlaws this week. He might surprise you. Darren Dryden.
I was pretty impressed. He basically showed up to Butler for the High Limit show. Had only run a 410 once in his life. Had never seen Butler and made the High Limit show. I thought that was pretty cool.
I'll be right back. My house is about to get hit by a monsoon storm.
It happens once a year.
Down the backyard.
Daryl, who you got in this second feature?
My internet's busy going slow, so I gotta get myself a lineup first.
This one you can actually dig in this one. Like you can get deep in this one, I think.
We got
some
and Gio on the front row. The law firm, you say he's undefeated. He's inside row 2 with Justin Peck.
Well, I think he technically lost at Fremont and Attica, but
Macri and Corey Day in row 3. Reitzel and Lynch in row 4. And Macedo and Gravel in row 5.
And shot starts 13th. This is a hard one to pick.
Just letting you guys know, I'd asked Zeb to come on and do the pod today, and he's just getting back to me now that he's not going to make it on time.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad
he's not going to make it. It's supposed to be a surprise, but yeah, he just can't make it.
Do we have any other questions?
I'm going through them right now. It's mostly just observations on the race. I'll tell you, some person said that's mostly just observations on the race. Someone said High Limit dominated the first feature. Last night, Larson was feeding left fronts. Tonight, it's right rears. Why is it always the same cars? Chicken is sporty. Marcus is gone. Yeah, it's generally just comments on the race.
Why is it always the same cars? You mean the fast ones? Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah, that's how they end up fast. I wonder who Dom's going to pick for this feature.
Yeah, no shit. It's not for 100,000, so he won't be, all nervous and stuff.
Let's see here. Who's my pick? Who did the worst last time of the people of us picking?
You had Hod. Who did Steve have?
I think he had. I had
I think
Rico.
we peer pressured him. I think we peer pressured him into someone, didn't we? Like Larson or Rico, I thought.
I think he took
Steve?
He took Schuhart.
And who do you have, Bill? You had Rico?
I had Rico. Yeah.
Okay, let's give Steve the first
Yeah, I
pick
took
then.
Schuhart.
Yeah, you get the first pick in the next feature. You look like your place still might.
Yeah, it's funny. It goes from being completely calm here to like the hammock getting ready to lift off the ground in like 2 seconds.
Have you gotten to look at the lineup?
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I'll take Reitzel.
Who you got,
Damn,
Bill?
he's going deep. He's going deep.
The first fan pick was Reitzel.
I was.
I mean,
got,
he's going to
Bill?
be fast. There's no doubt.
That's who I was going to pick. I'll actually go against what we were talking about earlier. I'll go with Macri here.
I'll go with Corey Day. Sam, you get the pick.
I got to pick Gio off the front row outside. I think they'll be good.
That would be cool.
I think old Prutzman will have him rolling pretty good.
Thanks, Dom.
Am I behind, or is Brent Marks had longest Fury Lane interview of all time?
My wife did say, like, he's been wearing the same suit that has a patch over one of the sponsors.
Yep.
And she's like, he always wears that suit every night. And I'm like, well, I mean, you probably just see him race every other night. Like, I don't know. I said, I guarantee he's got more than one suit.
He's
She
been
texted
winning
me,
every
hey,
other night.
yeah, and she texted me, hey, he's got a different suit on tonight. I said, well, I'm sure he does.
Courtney didn't go with the American flag tonight.
That's probably why he
He has
lost.
They have that American, the nameplate.
That was a one-time deal.
Well, it had Simpson on it, so I think that was kind of like he got a kind of like a pass to wear a Simpson suit for one night.
Well, it was 8 years old, and he wore it in New Zealand. And I committed him that it still fit after 8 years.
Yeah, it was and America.
America. 4th of July.
Kyle, you only ran third. Explain yourself immediately.
Well, I didn't spin out tonight, so that's a step in the right direction.
Shelton's left front felt really good on the way by.
How do you guys think the sport will deal with the lack of quality crew guys that are willing to travel as much as they do? Seemed like a lot of teams struggle to find crew guys.
It is a struggle. Like, the one thing I'll say about it is you used to have guys that would come out and work for nothing because they loved it that much. Now, to have a guy that's passionate enough to come out and work for cheap is not readily available. So the money you've got to pay these guys is a lot more. And I think that, and it's because there's fewer guys really wanting to do it. And the other side of it is there's not as many guys that come to the industry that are ready to be crew guys at that level. And you got to think of it from this standpoint. Look how many professional national teams we have now. Now all the guys we had are on all of these teams, whereas before, if we just had World of Outlaws, there's a lot of guys available. Now there's just not as many.
That's what I was going to say.
It's a high
Yeah, actually,
limit podium. High limit podium.
Yep. I was gonna say, A, there's that many more teams out there, and B, the amount of crew guys a lot of these teams have are a lot. You know, it's like in the old
Sure.
days you had Steve and Carl and Paul and Elrod. Now you got a tire guy, you got a car chief, you got a driver. You know, you got all these. They can have 5, 6 crew guys on each team too. So it's like the bigger teams. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was just me and Daryl.
right. Yeah.
Like legitimately, Sam and I ran, what was it, 97 races one year with just 2 of us. And like that's not a, oh my God, give us praise. It was doable then. It's just not doable now. Like there was
Well, it was a good
other
thing that
teams
Daryl
do
was
it.
like Carl Kinzer at the time. Like he could do anything.
Yeah.
You know?
I
Daryl
wouldn't
liked
say it was Carl
Kinzer. I
Kinzer.
don't know if you like him.
I'd say I was more of a squid. But no, no, like there was me by myself with you. Kemina had Adam Bruff by himself. Jason Sides had different guys, but it was usually one guy for the year. You could do
Yeah.
it then, and you just can't do it now. Like I'm not going, oh my God, we were special. There literally 1/4 of the World of Outlaws was one guy. But you just can't
Yeah,
do it
except
like that
the
now.
bigger teams. Yeah, now all the teams are bigger teams, it seems, and you know, just the professional, you know, the amount of professional teams we have, like it takes all the really good teams that we have, and it's honestly, you know, like I know it's a problem for teams to hire guys, but it's probably a good problem to have for the industry. I mean, it means we're doing well. And then I think the longer we go, I think you'll maybe start to see a turnover where we start to see more guys prepared to go out on the road. Maybe that happens.
That's a weird thing. Like the other thing that really changed too is there started to be a lot more people that could make a living at home. Like almost my whole generation of World of Outlaw crew guys ended up being able to go work on a sprint car at home and make a living.
Yeah.
Like if you go down the list, Bill, you'd know better than me. Did that used to exist?
No, not really. I don't think, and I don't think crew guys made that much money. You know, when
No.
Tony came in to own a car, and then Casey Kane, and they're given 401ks and benefits and all that stuff. And back in the day, they were just hoping to get a pit pass and get paid for their expenses on the road. You know, so that's what changed a lot is when the teams really ramped up their spending. They were spending on their crew guys and that sort of thing. And I know that Sam probably gave you a 401k retirement plan, but a lot of the
Oh, Daryl's set, man.
Yeah. Sam can tell you this is the truth. Sam asked what I wanted to make, and I said I don't give a shit. Sam can tell you that's the truth. I mean, lots
And
of people
honestly-
can say that. Lots of people can say that. Sam can tell you that was my answer.
and you didn't have an expectation of being paid any more than that. I mean,
Yeah, and honestly, that's kind of all he was worth, to be honest, Bill. Like, that's about where he was at.
That's not even a lie.
No.
I was pretty green.
Daryl,
But I did-
Daryl,
But I
always-
did not give a shit. I just wanted to be out there.
when that's what I always tell people, like, you can hire the guy that has some know-how that needs more money and maybe probably won't last very long because he's kind of stuck in his ways, or you can hire the guy that doesn't know a whole lot, that wants to learn and is very respectful of you and your team. That's usually the two different options you have, or it used to be. Now the options are different, but that was kind of what you were up against back then. And we went through a lot of guys back in the day because I was young and immature, but what I would say is I worked on the cars myself, so I could kind of relate to the guys, and I would keep a guy like Daryl before I would keep a guy that knew a lot, that was an asshole to deal with and be around.
Yeah.
Just because it's so much better to go up and down the road, and because you're living with these people, with somebody that you can get along with, somebody that's respectful, somebody that gives a shit. And that's hard to find in a lot of people, like every day. Like it's hard. It's hard, like it's like being in a marriage, like you're having to cope with somebody day in and day out that you can get along with and tolerate, for a whole year. And that's tough to find.
And hopefully more than 1 year when you're married.
Yeah, I mean, shit, think about it. You guys got to go eat lunch every day together or whatever. You got to agree on a lot of the same shit a lot of the time. And man, that's hard to do. I mean, my wife can't even tell me what she wants to eat for dinner any night. So, if you think of it from a vantage point like that, like it's hard to find somebody on the road that's willing and able to do the job and at the same time be somebody you can get along with. And then nowadays you got to have 3 guys that get along. That's really hard to do.
Or 4 or 5.
People don't realize when you get to the odd numbers, it really affects things. Like this is like truly just the Sam would back me up on this. I think any guy would back me up on this. When you get to 3 guys, you can all get along, but it's still like there's an odd man out. Like
always,
there's still like 2 people want to do this, 1 guy doesn't all the time.
Yeah.
Every time you get an odd number of crew guys. We got asked here, do you see some sort of pipeline that is widely accepted as developing crew guys? UNOH seems like it's taking off. Sam, I don't know if you want to talk on UNOH or not.
I mean, I would say it's not something that gets these guys fully ready. I think it's something that they think gets them ready, but they're not fully ready. And we've seen, and not to be rude, but we've seen a lot of guys coming out of there be super, super green. The positives that it brings is like most guys that come out of there have a truck driver's license, which a lot of teams need. But they don't teach you sprint car basics. There's a lot of things they don't teach you, but and how would they know, right? Yeah, should there be? And I would say that the Beaver drilling team, they've got some deal going on, and I don't know much about it, but it's like a internship type of thing they're trying to get rolling with to kind of create some people that are willing to hire, I guess. I'm not totally sure how it works, but I've just heard ramblings of it.
Yeah, I'd say right now the pipeline is basically if you're a good crew guy on one of the regional teams, that's kind of like where our pipeline is. Like if you're a guy that's working for good teams in California, PA, Ohio, or Knoxville, that's like ideally kind of like the guy that's racing with a team at that level that wants to move up is, I'd say that's the pipeline right now.
Yeah, that's the other thing I'd say.
The other thing I'd say for UNOH is it does help you identify who actually wants to do this. So like if a person's like, okay, I'm going to college for this, they probably want to make their living in racing.
Yeah, and I don't disagree. I would just say, like, I've had a guy come to me, not know a lot, that left UNOH, and I told him that, hey, man, I think, obviously you want to do this, which is good, but I think you need to start, volunteering on a regional team or, just maybe work on a weekend for a regional team and then maybe try your hand after you get a solid position there. Try your hand at maybe doing something on a national level when you get a little more experience. But it's hard to find guys that are qualified and ready to go. Most of the time, like in our situation, we're, I would say we would be a lower tier team. We've got to find guys that are pretty green and teach them quite a bit. So a lot of times that's kind of how it works.
Yeah. And I'd say, like, the ASCS isn't really a pipeline because usually, like, the crew guys working for most teams are, like, already friends with that driver. Like, that's why they're there. It's not like, oh, I want to make a living at this. They're probably
We're
like a
about to go
family friend
green,
that has been
boys.
very helpful.
You think Gio could hang on to this thing?
I picked him. He
Simple
better.
Start.
I think he can. He's got Pretzman on the wrenches. I think they're going to be good out front.
I'm looking for Corey Day to be Kyle Larson here.
He's
That's
got
my
a good
second
start.
Looks pretty decent.
Of course, mine freezes up. Oh, no, there we go.
Axum won that All-Star show here last year.
What number was he at out of 40?
I had him, I think, 21.
I think people like Gio's also, I think, an outstanding big track racer.
I think Gio's exceptional as a race car driver.
He's just so consistent. Not always with the wins, but he's always there. What is he,
Axum's
third in
giving him
points, I
room.
think?
Yeah.
Axum. Normally, I'd picture Axum on the top here and Gio on the bottom.
No, Axum's
Macri.
on the big tracks. Axum's is a bottom riding guy.
Is Macri self-charging right now?
Who's that rolling in third there? that
Probably
just
since I
creeped
picked
into the
Day.
picture?
Day.
Just checking.
Oh, Corey almost got in the back of Axum.
That was a pretty decent race there. Is that a
But
hole
see,
in
like-
two, or is that a wave in two? It's hard for me to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If we're watching Gio's car right now, like this is kind of how they've been all year. Like usually a guy gets out front and gets clean air, and he drives away a bit. And like Gio just, their car's been like this all year. They just seem to be able to not separate like that in clean air for some reason.
I've noticed that
I
too.
I don't know what it is. Like he still races, like you can watch him battle back by a guy, but when they get out in clean air, they just don't drive away like a lot of other guys would. Like if Reitzel was out front right now, he'd be gone. Reitzel's probably one of the best clean air cars there is, and he's really bad in dirty air, just like gravel. Yeah, but
Corey,
it
they
looks
might take
it
off.
looks like Day's just about to own this race.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey Day's just
He's kind of
just
doing
a-
what I thought Reitzel would be able to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Reitzel's car just isn't that good in dirty air. If Reitzel gets up into the top 5, like he'll probably start rolling pretty good.
Shots isn't really advancing either.
Macri's
Macri's
car is
back
coming
tonight.
life.
What's the over under on Day winning? I'm saying 4 seconds.
Well, you don't think there's going to be a caution?
If there's right now, it's rolling like there's not. The last one only had what, one on the last lap?
Yeah. Yeah.
There goes Reitzel by Carson.
Yeah, like I say, once Reitzel starts getting clear of some guys, like his car is, like I say, is really good when he gets a little clean air.
You know where you
Gosh.
see that is it Knoxville? Like
Oh,
during the
it's
Nationals,
gravel.
360s or 410s. If you've noticed, like gravel or Reitzel has some quick times and rips through his heat, and then you go, oh man, and then he kind of like struggles in that A main 1.8.
There's that yellow, Daryl.
So what are we putting the
That's
over
why,
under
that's
to?
why I ranked him 8th.
Can we realize that Gravel's fallen out of 2 races this year and has been really lucky they've been non-points races? Volusia at the start of the year when he got together with Shoehart. Now this.
Maybe they're trying stuff, Daryl.
It might be. I assume they are trying stuff. Oh, this is also a pet peeve as a crew guy. Having to chase your car.
Well, they put it right in front of their mule.
I was gonna say they did put it in front of the mule.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I will bite my tongue. I'll bite my tongue.
I think whatever he just grabbed was hot.
You're not getting any of that extra work area time. Did you have allowed to do what he just did?
Must be rigged.
Yeah.
Or over halfway.
Could you please address this corruption, Steve?
Yeah, this is way corrupt. Did you just see that?
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Was that a legal start?
I think it is legal because you go at the line. Like, yeah, it has to be legal because they don't have a cone. The only way he's going to beat him if he pulls his wing back. That's the only way.
Or Corey gets in the wall.
Do you guys think this might get Corey's elbows up a bit? Maybe kind of sort of a lot?
No,
Oh, no, not him.
His elbows are already up.
Shots is in 10th. He just hit the wall again.
Corey just scraped the wall.
How many bead locks do you think they go through?
However many races he runs. I mean, he's touching the wall every night, man.
X car looks pretty
Gio's
good.
staying with him. Gio's staying with him better than I thought he would.
Yeah, I think he's wearing that beadlock ring out.
Peck's pretty good here. This is where he got his win with Book.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks real good.
Oh, was it? I thought that was Gio for a second.
One of our chat people is saying Day flipped him off when he got the lead back.
Oh, because he passed him on the restart? There's another yellow. Kimmel.
We're going to have to go back and see if Day gave him the finger.
Well, I'm sure they're not lying about it.
I mean, it was a single file restart. What did he really do?
Which finger did he give him, Daryl?
What do you call that finger, Daryl?
Brad Sweet.
Brad
plus
Sweet
10,
plus 11.
or 11. Yeah.
He was my pick for hard charger. I just didn't tell you guys.
Oh, well. It's a good pick, Bill.
Are they trying to show
Coming out
us
of
the
the beat.
finger?
Well, they might be showing it here.
Yeah, right there. Why wouldn't you?
Shout out to Skeet Underwood for catching it live.
You know who wouldn't show that? World Racing Group.
Well, did Reitzel do it to McCarl the other night at Knoxville? It wasn't
I
for the
could believe
lead,
it.
but when he got by him, yeah.
Probably.
I just don't know why he flipped him off. Like, what did you want him to do? Not pass you?
I think he wasn't happy with the restart. He got a little better restart this time.
Yeah,
Why
he
is that
did.
Gio's fault?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look at PPM looking sporty.
Should be flipping off Mike Hess, wherever he is.
He's in the booth.
Yeah, he's up top.
I flipped
He's
off Mike Hess one time.
PPM looks good.
I did too, but it was at his Dairy Queen he owned over in Illinois.
Carson with the old lane change.
All right. Does that count as a high limit sweep, or we can't count Corey Day as high limit?
Oh, you
I
have
don't
to
count
because
Corey-
Larson's high limit.
I don't count Corey Day or Larson as high limit.
Only
That's,
the,
you
know
only
that-
the internet fans
You'd know
count that.
you know
Those
better
are
than
podium
me, but
sweeps without the outlaws, any outlaws. So
I
that's
think
the
you have
impre-
to
that-
count all of that as high limit ass whooping.
that, which is crazy because the Outlaws used to smoke them here, and now you've got it 180'd.
the week is young, Daryl.
Now we have to delete all our reels and
Oh,
Go back and
Thorson
delete episodes.
Thorson went up to 13th. That's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
so you'd say so it should have been ranked around 26th is what you're saying.
26th.
Yep, 26.
But you'd only missed it by like 14 positions. That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, the World of Outlaws are at Oshweekend Tuesday and Wednesday next week, so I can pretty much guarantee you that unless someone else wants to do the live pod, there will not be a pod next week just because of the Outlaw shows in our area. Just warning people now.
How
The
many
90s are coming-
of those
90s are coming
weed
soon.
sport? The
What's that?
weed sport Oshweekend swing, is gravel going to win every single one of those?
Thorson was hard charger.
Man, he was fast on those surfaces, and they're going to be the exact same surfaces this time. The one I'm curious about is Connor Morrell going to be fast again
No.
at Oshweekend. No,
Is Dylan Westbrook going to
Somebody you don't expect will be fast.
Dylan will be
Jagger
time
Jack or
trial.
something like that.
Dylan will be time trial dependent. If he qualifies in a shot to make the dash, then he'll be decent. If he doesn't do that, he's probably like a top 10 car, probably.
Who else was that? Who else did really well? Oh, Jordan Thomas. Wasn't he the other one that ran really
Yeah,
well?
and Ryan Turner, who Sam alluded to earlier, I believe has a top 10 made the dash and was top 10 against the Outlaws at Weedsport, and I think he's got 2 top 10s against the Outlaws on those surfaces in just a couple races. And then Bill mentioned Nick Sheridan. He timed in good last year, blew his motor. I'm not sure if he's got another 410.
Is Paulie racing
Yeah.
this year?
Doesn't seem to be racing as much as he used to, and doesn't seem to be as fast as he used to be honest.
He's like not even racing for his own team anymore. He was like driving.
Yeah,
the Beavers for a little
I'm not
bit.
sure. I'm not sure how much I should be talking about it because I don't totally know. But I do believe injuries have been a factor in why he's racing less.
Well, there you go, boys.
Yeah. The only thing I ask is we'll call it good here, but I might need some of you guys to stay on just to make sure some stuff's uploaded. So have a good night, guys. Thanks for doing this, and
See you Saturday, Sammy.
we'll see you.
Sounds good. We'll be there.
See you later, fellas. Just
See you
stay
guys.
on for a second here.